going to be making them live. We already went ahead and had our session 0. So our characters are all made. Our character sheets are all done. I have all of that information for you. I'll be showing you guys in just a sec. I'm really excited. Momo went ahead and went like full force on making some portraits for us for the campaign, which is really, really cool. So why don't I go ahead and switch up scenes. Ta-da! Obviously we've got chat. Basically this scene works like the capture scene that I have for gameplay, but there's all the characters. So obviously there's Carina, that would be me. We've got Mila, which is Momo. We've got Lande, which is Ash. Xander, which is Gilgus. Col'Tash, which is Cold. And Faolin, which is Foreston. So if you guys have any questions along the way, because we don't have face cams of people who are talking, just because some people aren't comfortable with it, and for consistencies, I wanted to keep this simple across the board. But feel free to get to know everybody. We'll be talking a little bit about them, I believe, at the beginning. We'll get to learn about the characters as we go along. We have a lot to learn about each other as well, so I think it'll be a fun experience. Let me go ahead and undeafen myself in Discord. Guys, I'm alive.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Alright, I think we good. Oh, I just realized that I'm on push to talk. Hi guys.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm sitting here talking to, oh, what's up guys? How you doing? It's good to talk to you. And I heard Cold say hello, so I thought he responded to me.
I had your stream up. That's why you said hello, and I said hello.
Hello.
Well, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
All right, so I've kind of, oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. There it is. Fishman, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Did we want to do a brief introduction before getting into the campaign, or Lisa, will we be doing that as we go through the beginning? Okay, so Lisa went ahead and said, let's up the ante a bit. The first person to roll a nat 20 gets an inspiration. So sometime during the campaign today, if one of us rolls a nat 20 first, we get inspiration. Push to talk is bane of my existence.
That's awesome.
Dude.
And if you don't remember, you can pop out your character sheet from Roll20.
Thank you for reminding me, Limitless. That was actually something I meant to do earlier and completely forgot.
Also,
How do you do that again?
So you just go to your journal, click on your character, and it is like two little squares. You just click that.
Oh, thank God for pop out.
Yes, pop out is wonderful. Like I have mine already popped out, which is another reason I was like, do I have to look at Discord? Because my character sheet's on the screen that I would put it on.
All right, so let's go ahead and give a quick rundown of who's who and what our classes are. Since I'm first on my thing, I'll go first. I am Carina. I am our barbarian dragonborn. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing here, but you know what? I'm gonna do my best. And next would be Mila.
Hello, my name's Mila, and, well, let's just say you don't want to get on my bad side. I'm a drow, but don't really lump me in with the rest of them just because I have no clue what I'm doing.
I see that that's going to be a common theme for a lot of people.
I was gonna say.
All right, next we have Lande. Matthias, how you doing?
Sorry, I just saw my brother in chat.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes, my name is Lande. I am a Leonin warlock. I don't quite understand things of this world. I don't really understand etiquette. I'm the type of person to just walk up and ask why you have a wart on your nose.
Oh, that should be fun.
Oh yeah.
What was your class and your race?
Oh, so I'm a Leonin warlock.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I missed that. You did say
No,
that.
you're fine.
All right, next we have Xander.
I am Xander. I am a human monk. Not really a monk in the normal sense, as I grew up on the street and learned to fight to protect myself and Mila, more than anything.
Oh, I like how it did that.
I'll have to add the names later because it's too much for my brain right now. All right, next we have Col'Tash.
Hello there, I'm Col'Tash. I am a warlock git. Recently just ejected from my own clan. Mostly just a warlock for hire. Any little gold will help.
All right, and next we have Faolin.
Hello, my name is Faolin. I am a wood elf. I'm a ranger, and I just spend my days in in the woods, in the fields, just with nature. Yeah.
Giving everybody those bedroom eyes.
Oh yes.
All right, so
But-
one of the things that's going to be a little bit different about this campaign, and I'm going to reiterate it in voice chat as well as for chats, is that being that our main DM is nonverbal, this will be a learning experience for all of us on how to work with somebody who doesn't speak. So I think that this will be a fun experiment, and definitely just be patient with some of the stuff that we're going to be going through, because Lisa's going to take her time to describe things, Sin's going to read them out loud, etc., etc. So that's basically it.
Did I get that wrong in chat?
No, you got it right. Joseph,
Oh.
yes. Those are... So Carina is gender fluid, Mila is non-binary, Lande is female, Xander, Col'Tash, and Faolin are all male.
That you know of.
That I know of. This is what you told me, and this is what I put on the board.
Look,
Character
Get their weird.
We can't tell you everything up front. There's no fun.
Facts. All right, fine.
Last I checked, we didn't have a mandatory pants checking party before we started.
I'm not looking in your...
Wait, what?
So Lisa has stated, wonderful. With that, we shall begin.
That should be it. Ready?
Yes.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Welcome to Paven. Some of you call this place home, though the rest of you might be strangers, simply travelers passing through. From the frozen norths, over the mountains to the steep ridge spine, down through forests and fields to the district's exotic plains and the south. Yet, no matter what your circumstances might be, you all have something in common. You have received an invitation, not one of paper nor spoken word, but oddly enough in your own minds, a warm whisper that beckons you to another place. The question is, do you accept?
Declined.
Bitch, no.
Sorry.
It's like, get out of my head.
What am I hearing? What is this I'm hearing? My ears itch. I don't know what to think about this.
No, Xander, you're not hearing voices in your head. That's actually a thing called a message.
Mr. Dalek?
No, I've been
Miss
helping you a few
Mr.
times. I'm like,
Dalek.
"Sure, this isn't normal."
It comes in play, I promise.
Don't worry, Dad.
How did I piss off this time?
All right, so how do we proceed from here?
The more you seem to resist, the more pertinent this thought becomes, to the point where it controls and consumes you.
Well, I guess I'm going somewhere then.
All right,
Come
you
on,
bastard.
Xander.
Let's go where this leads, Mila.
It's
Or off
driving me
to
freaking
see the
insane,
wizard,
so you might
the
as well
wonderful
go.
Wizard of Oz. By the way, Carina will make random references that have no merit in this world whatsoever. So just kind of wave her off like, okay.
That's part of the charm.
Haha.
Xander's probably gonna look at her like, I know I've been hit a lot, but
Grew up in a French court. Oui, oui,
All
bonjour,
right,
life
one
is
by
was
one,
it
as your answers become resolute, you close your eyes and feel the wind on your face, a slight whoosh, and when you open your eyes, you're in a place that's new.
Well, goodness, that was cold. Wait, where the fuck am I?
Where am I?
Do we all see each other?
The answer to that is yes, and hold on, I'll tell you where you are.
Carina turns to see the people around her,
yeah.
and she lays her eyes upon the very interesting band of what she can only assume to be pleasant people standing by her side. First, she sees Lande, and her eyes get very wide, and she walks directly up to Lande and puts a hand on the top of her head. Well, aren't you just the sweetest thing I've ever seen?
How tall are you?
I don't fucking know.
Col'Tash will see this.
There's a
start
reason I'm asking.
backing up.
How tall are you?
Hey, Sway, thank you so much for the resub. It has been 17 months. I'm either 6'3" or 6'6". I can't remember. How tall are you?
10.
Okay,
10
yeah,
foot?
I think I'm... No, she's
10.
Oh god, I was like, good lord.
I'm 6'3", so I walk up to you and reach up to put my hand on your head.
On her little tippy toes.
She's not that much shorter.
No.
By the way, thank you so much for that resub. I really do appreciate it, man.
To be able to reach ahead.
I love your hair!
Thank you. How are you?
Oh, my name's Carina. It's a pleasure to meet you. Oh, I just realized I didn't ask your name. Or yours, she points to Mila. Or yours, she points to Xander. Or yours, she points to Col'Tash. Or yours, she points to Faolin. Then she walks up to Col'Tash and looks very deeply at his nose. I've never seen anything like you before.
I've never seen a little dragon before. Hello.
How tall are you?
I am 6'6".
Okay, you are taller than me. I guess I could be considered a little dragon. I think that somebody I met once before was a dragonborn, and they were much taller than me.
Mila just stands in front of Xander, just eyeing everyone up, just briefly, not like in a menacing way, but just in a, this is weird. This is very, very weird.
Yeah, Xander just standing there with a dumb look on his face, looking at everyone like, what is that? What
Look,
is
my
that?
pet himbo.
Karina wags her tail that she isn't supposed to have.
Col'Tash just leans back ever so cautiously.
So Prisma, we are currently
Lande's
playing
just kind of
D&D.
looking at you all, wondering what, not only what you are, but who you are.
So the characters that are at the bottom of the screen, those are all of our
Since
characters.
we're all here, proper introductions. I see you are... Oh, and I point to... I forgot the fox's name already. Karina.
Karina.
And since you're Karina...
How would you know? How do you know that? I haven't said a damn thing. Oh wait, yes I did.
Yeah, you did.
Whoa, you got real loud, real sudden.
Me.
Yeah, you. Reminds me of a female version of Jackson. Oh god, no. This is a really trashy Dubliner's accent, and he's
Lande.
not from Dublin.
I'm Col'Tash. It's nice to meet you.
But it is supposed to be Irish, yes.
And you three? Pointing to Xander, Mila, and Faolin.
But he's not Dublin.
I kind of wait for Mila to talk first.
I look to Xander and then, oh, my name is Mila. This is my friend Xander.
And
you-
I'm Faolin. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
Nice to meet you. Mila, did I get hit in the head or something?
You two have the same ears.
Well, you have. Yes, we do. That's quite a keen observation.
But your skin's a different color. Why is that?
But are y'all reading the options or just coming up
Sun?
with stuff? This is just coming up with stuff at random, so this is considered part of roleplay.
She just looks. She looks at Lande like, oh, I thought. Okay.
So
you're
we
cool."
basically just got teleported to a place that a voice in our head had been
So,
telling us about and beckoning us to.
Yes, great.
Um,
Why are we here?
You know, that's a
You all
good
get the
fucking
voice in
question.
your head, too.
Ready to stop looking at each other and look around?
Karina takes a look around.
Mm.
And she first looks at the floor. What does it
Hold
look
on.
like?
I've got a flavor text for you. Hold on.
Okie dokie.
Can someone explain to Prisma Kitten D&D?
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, cool.
So Prisma,
Like, no, don't
we're
be in
role
the
playing right
dark.
now, and
It's
we just got
fine.
basically teleported
Alright.
to a place we have no
Wait,
idea
is
where
she
we
all
are. We're kind of
saying
introducing
something?
ourselves
She's
to
not
one
hearing
another, and that's basically it.
No
I'm a
attention
Dragonborn
to
barbarian, the
your
one on the far left. Mila, I can't remember her race, but she is a rogue. Lande is
But the man
a
behind the curtain
Leonin
has very
warlock.
pretty hair.
Xander, I believe, is also human and is a monk. Col'Tash is a Gith
Dang.
warlock, and Faolin is an
I have a few
Elven
cue cards,
ranger.
and then eventually Lisa will be taking over with the flavor text that I'll just be reading.
Steve!
Karina, are you here?
Oh, yes, I'm here. Where is this voice coming from?
The floors are of polished white marble that stretches out before you. Hold on, let me read this blurb. After a moment of disorientation, you find yourself in a hall of impossible proportions, the end of which holds a gargantuan throne, bearing an odd symbol. When you look around, you see that the floors and walls are lined with white marble, with ornate columns that stretch upwards as far as your vision reaches, with no ceiling in sight. The room is bright, blindingly so, yet the source appears to elude you. It is as though the shadows fear this place, Behind you, there is a simple wooden door flanked by 2 windows that hang in the air next to it, an extreme contrast compared to the rest of your surroundings. As you regain your composures and your sense, you settle in and begin to notice more.
This floor is so feckin' bright. I'm pretty sure I'm blind now.
Does the voice or that feeling
How
we
you
got
doing,
in our
Steve?
head, is it drawing us anywhere in this room?
Lande walks up to the throne.
Carina turns and sees her move and follows after her a little bit to see what she's looking at.
I'm just
I wonder
staring
what
up
this,
like, how the hell
what
is
this
that?
symbol is. I've never seen it before.
How you doing?
What
Good, got the
little
weekends off.
trouble I've done
Nice,
so far.
finally.
I
You've been needing that time
take out
off.
one
You're
piece
so far
of silver and
silent.
drop it on the
Your
floor.
echoing footfalls.
Okay, so Cold, what did you say?
I take out one piece of silver and drop it on the floor. Just to see if anything happens. I have props.
It makes a clinking sound.
From all the directions around you.
Huh, okay. I pick up the silver and place it back into my pouch.
So you said the symbol's one we wouldn't recognize?
Sin?
Correct.
What's the throne made out of?
Or it just says just says an odd symbol.
Gotcha. Okay.
Almost forgotten what it's like.
You are
Dude, I
welcome
don't
to
blame
roll
you.
to see what you see.
I'm glad that you're finally getting some time off. Okay, I'm
Roll
going
a
to
religion
roll...
check. I'm not proficient in this.
I'm gonna roll perception.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know jack shit.
Yeah, I guess perception.
I got a 3.
Oh, damn!
I see nothing!
Are you proficient in perception?
God, no!
So, if
I am.
if you actually click
Nat 20.
on the word,
Cold gets inspiration.
if you actually click on the word perception, it rolls it for you and adds whatever modifier you have, or subtracts if that's the case. So you don't
Oh.
have to actually roll just the d20
Wait, where do I click on that?
on your character
In
sheet.
your character sheet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm proficient in perception, so if I click on it,
Yes, it'll
That's
add
so
your
cool.
bonus.
yeah.
No, it's
So you
something
got a
else you can do.
23.
In
Okay,
your
that was me
character
just
sheet,
testing.
on
Matthias,
your,
I am not.
spells
If you
and
would like,
everything,
you can click on that Twitch link that I just
click
stuck in
that
chat
you
and
can
go check out
toggle
Ash's
for
channel too.
the advantage stuff where it doesn't so too.
Religion check was.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
And I guess anyone else.
Technically,
who
the
was
religion
gonna
check
look
was
at
Ash,
it.
but I didn't say anything, so y'all are checking stuff out.
I have a negative in that.
Ash just thinks, ooh, Lande just thinks it looks really pretty.
Can
Shiny.
Col'Tash roll a religious check? A religion check?
We're just gonna go with the one who asked about the symbol knows jack shit.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mr. Trash, would you mind coming up here for a sec?
Tash or cold is fine.
Oh,
Yes.
all
what
right,
do you
sounds
need?
good. Coal, like the stuff you dig up out of the ground.
But I like,
Sure.
but I like trash.
It's a pleasure. Well,
I like bread.
would you happen to know what this symbol is? You look like the type of person that might understand it.
Let me take a look.
I think the purple one might.
Well, yes. 23.
Holy
No,
shit.
you go with the first number unless you have advantage.
Your inspiration, Cole, which would give you the 23.
Sure. We'll use inspiration.
I'm fine with it.
Burning that inspiration real quick.
I mean,
Colby,
let's hope that we
recognize
don't
this
need
is
it
the
today.
Symbol of God, I can't pronounce this. Lisa, I don't
You-
speak Welsh.
You want to post it to
Well,
me so I can read it out for you?
Sure.
And also, if you want to put it in the chat, that way we can also write it down in our notes too properly.
Oh, a notebook. That's something I should have.
I have.
I'm just gonna murder this.
Gwyntain?
You recognize this symbol as the symbol of. think it's Gwentane, goddess of the sun and agriculture.
If you want to just roll the die, if you go to the
So,
advanced dice roller, you
this
can add
seems to be the
modifier.
simple-
Oh, okay.
Sin Gwyntan, got it.
I was real close.
Being yelled at because I
seems-
suck shit in the chat.
This seems to be the symbol of Gwyntan, and if I remember right, it's an agricultural deity goddess type. Strange that we're here.
Well, I'll do like my vegetables.
All right, guys. You halt as a soft, warm voice echoes through the chamber. Oh dear, I've forgotten I was receiving guests today. The sound embraces you, wrapping you in a sense of ease, like a breeze on a summer's day. Now then, before we start, let's get this dreary place sorted out, shall we? With a flash, a wall of burning white flame spreads around you. It completely engulfs the room, the light forcing you to shield your eyes, and once you open them, you see a grand marble has been replaced with an interior of a small, cozy cottage. Behind you are the same door and windows you've seen before. Now at home, fitting perfectly into place. Now a home, fitting purposely into place. This room is lit by a roaring fireplace, surrounded by a worn sofa and enough armchairs for the larger of you. The comforting glow being cast by the fire is only interrupted by the figure before it. An older-looking woman, adorned in plain gray robes, with a pale green cardigan. Her necklace bears the same symbol as the throne. Sorry about all of that. One must keep up appearances, you know. Now please, sit, or stand, if you prefer. You are welcome to leave, of course, but I would like to speak with you first. It is rather important. She sits in one of the armchairs, wiggling into place to get comfortable, seemingly small in the structure compared to the high back of the seat. I would offer you tea, but the kitchen has disappeared somewhere. Typical, really. No visitors here for centuries, and when I finally do, the bloody thing vanishes. I mean, what's the point of having your own realm of existence if you can't make a damn cup of tea? Sorry, dears. You must have many questions. Please feel free to ask.
Well, I do have one question. Is there a chair here that can fit my tail? It's rather stiff.
That depends on how you sit.
Lande just flops on the couch.
I just
Well,
look around the room.
I guess I'll make
Yeah.
myself comfortable right over here. And she sits in the armchair next to the sofa.
I'm quite sad there's no tea. Tea is my favorite.
Well, you know, I've never been one for tea, but coffee, now that's a treat. Now, if you don't mind me asking, dear, I know absolutely nothing about you, but you're quite lovely. Would you mind telling me a bit about yourself?
Oh, how rude of me. I can't say this name. I am Gwyntan, goddess of the sun and agriculture, etc. But you may call me by Gwen if you like.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, darling. Now, yours was the voice we all heard in our head, isn't it?
That is correct.
I could really use a notebook.
I just opened a notepad.
So you're the one that's been bugging us to come see you. Is there a reason for it?
Straight to the point then. It won't be an easy task. If I were you, if it were, you wouldn't be here. But I need you to kill a god. That's why you're here.
To kill a god? Well, ma'am, that seems rather harsh.
Which god and why?
My reasons are for my own choosing. Simply know that you've proven to me that you are all able. Hold on, I'm getting my cue cards mixed up.
Okay, why do you sort that out? She's gonna actually say something.
Not that one. Got it.
I was like, wow, cold bitch. I'm gonna have to consult my god.
Okay, so are we revoking that answer?
We're revoking that answer. She hasn't
And
answered
again-
yet. I'm waiting for Lisa.
And we can all
I thought
agree
was
that
one of the-
Yeah, we can all agree that we won't meta.
Oh,
Lisa,
yeah, of course,
promise.
Carina sits on the chair, happily kicking her feet.
Mila has just taken up their place next to Xander, just kind of like half hiding behind them and half like leaning against them, just kind of like watching the group.
Sin?
Col'Tash is going to make his way very cautiously to the window across the way of Faolin and look outside just to see what I can see.
Okay, so the last question asked was which god? She
Yes.
looks downward for a moment, contemplatively. All in good time, dears. You will find out eventually, should you agree, of course.
Well, what is it
What?
we're agreeing to, dear?
Exactly. Why? How can we agree to something we don't even fully understand? Seems counterintuitive.
For all we know, you could be asking us to kill one of our gods.
If you can't answer
Cold, that answer got
why,
revoked.
can you at least answer
Oh.
who?
That answer was who, not why.
Or reverse what the fuck I just said. I'm sorry. There's so much talking.
So hold up one sec. So, just for the sake of it, we can't meta. Sin accidentally read the wrong card, and the killing the god thing did not happen.
Okay.
No, the killing the god thing did happen.
Oh, never
The
mind.
reason for choosing you on my own was the one that didn't happen.
Okay.
So I still state, you could be asking us to kill one of our gods.
Why do we need to kill a god?
I didn't even realize there were gods.
You live in this world and you didn't realize how many there are floating around.
There's gods floating around all the time? She looks at you in aghast, her hand slapping on the arm.
Do you really not have a connection to a deity?
What do you mean? Carina looks a little bit confused and kind of sits for a moment. I don't even know who I am. How am I supposed to know if there's a god?
I mean, you know you're Carina.
It's because it's written on me cloak.
But that's still, you know, part of who you are.
That's nothing.
A name can mean a lot.
Well, if you'd like to take some time to explain it to me later, Mom, I'd really appreciate it.
As
Andy,
Lande
hello.
says a name can be very important, they would notice Mila kind of like flinch.
To answer Ash's question, to put it bluntly, my dears, the world is ending and I need help to stop it.
Well, what's causing it to end, dear?
I would assume the god.
Well, I mean, that seems pretty obvious. I mean, I'm not that dumb. She laughs nervously.
So
I'm curious.
Lande reaches up and touches Faolin's ear, the tip of it.
Can I help you?
They're just so pointy.
Indeed they are. That's I didn't really think about it though. That's just how they are to me. I mean,
It's fascinating.
And yours are so fuzzy, my
I
dear.
appreciate it.
I am fuzzy.
I think I have a key
Soft,
card
too.
for this,
You
but I'm
can
waiting
pet me.
for Lisa to tell me I can read it.
Carina kind of scoots the whole chair over and starts touching your ears.
Oh my god. Ear touching chain.
Lande nuzzles into the ear touch like, yeah, right there. Yes.
Carina starts scratching behind your ears. Her claws.
Col'Tash lets out a heavy sigh. And why us? Of all people, of all creatures, why us?
Did a thing pop up on screen? I am not seeing one.
Oh!
Oh, we can see her.
Hi, that art's gorgeous. Good lord.
Very sparkly eyes.
Carina gets caught off guard when
I
she
love it.
notices that Gwynton is looking towards all of them at once, it seems. She looks into the woman's eyes and sees them sparkle and shine, and suddenly she is captivated. You know, dear, I'm not exactly sure why you've called us here, but I can't imagine that it would be for anything too malicious.
I've been burned before. I don't trust this. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to give me a little bit more than trust me for this one. If you've been truly watching us, you'll know why.
Deities can be tricky.
Carina internally squeaks.
I mean, I'm all for ending someone's life when it's their time. So, Carina, why do you not know who you are?
All right, to answer cold.
Damn it.
We'll get to that later.
That goes back to my reasons for choosing you are my own. Simply know that you've proven to me that you are able and hopefully willing to assist others. That's enough for me. For some of you, it will be a chance to redeem yourselves. And one of you came highly recommended from a friend of mine.
Carina kind of tilts her head really far to the side like a German shepherd that's just heard the strangest sound.
With that last sentence, she's eyeing Ash's character.
Oh. I only have one friend. Do you know Mr. Dalek?
Oh. So
Damn it, Momo.
I didn't realize Lande was going to be so,
adorable.
like, clueless and cute.
Which is funny because
More
her
specifically,
wisdom
she's
modifier-
staring at the raven necklace.
Oh, I guess my deity would be a friend. I
Carina,
talk to her like one anyway.
Carina turns and looks at the necklace that Lande is now probably fiddling with.
Yeah.
And tilts her head again. What is that?
It's the symbol of my deity, the Raven Queen.
Deity.
God.
The gods that float around? What are those?
What? I'd like to see these gods every once in a while. Do they exist regularly?
They exist all the time. I don't see mine, really, but she talks to me.
Oh.
Carina, this lady is giving you a soft smile as if she knows something you don't.
Carina kind of looks up at her. Kind of seems like a puppy who just got told to go do something and has not yet learned that yet. Matthias, thank you so much for the bits. I appreciate it, man. That's really sweet of you. And thank you for being the first bits of the month.
My holy symbol of the Moonweaver.
Ooh.
Does everybody have a god?
I think.
Well, yeah, you don't have to have one, but there are plenty to choose from if you ever do want one.
Carina looks at Mila with the biggest sad wet eyes, like she got left out at a party.
Oh.
Carina, you mostly find people who follow a god are most of your magic users.
Go ahead, Sam.
Also, Carina, if you were ever interested, if we do
Dolos,
leave
how's it
here,
going, dude?
I can always take you to a few temples.
What's a temple?
Very interesting place, full of knowledge and sometimes really cool little trinkets.
I like trinkets.
Oh, trinkets are quite fun.
Just that's oh.
Alright, guys.
Trinkets are quite fun.
Sorry to interrupt. The unearthly character clears her throat and stares at all of you, waiting for your attention.
Mila turns her attention back to them.
I look at her, but I lay my head on Carina's shoulder.
Carina gets all excited.
Best of friends, man.
Oh yeah. She starts kind of rubbing her horn up against Lande's neck, like to scritch.
Col'Tash leans against a wall, giving her a side eye, like that exact glance, just glaring at her.
Go ahead, Sin.
As for why the world is ending, I suppose I should tell you what's causing all of this commotion, yes? As you may know, I planted all life at the eve of the world's creation. Yet, as with anything you sow, you must eventually reap it, and the land is ripe for harvest. This would, of course, mean the death of everything, ready to be born anew in the next cycle. However, the god responsible for this act has had a change of heart and abandoned their duty. They thought this would break the chain. Unfortunately, this is not the case, and the earth has begun to decay despite their efforts. She glances into the fire, the light dancing across her face. In theory, if the god connected to this plague of rot were no longer tied to your world, it would cease to spread.
But is there another way we could do this without hurting anyone?
Sadly, I don't think so.
I'm trying to turn her up.
I'm afraid that's not how gods work.
Sin will go from being really loud to really
So
quiet.
it's the god that refused to continue the cycle, the one we have to kill.
Carina is Precious
You are
Bean.
correct. I think. Hold on, let me get Lisa on that one.
Yeah, it looks like she's typing.
Just to kind of plant a little idea in your head also, since I mentioned it in the text, but you guys haven't clued in on it yet. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. She did say that I spread life on this world, so you are now facing a god.
Yeah, that I figured. I just don't trust.
Hence the moving to the other side of the room.
Again, she seems perfectly lovely,
No,
but
honestly,
Mila
that
just
was
doesn't
not
trust.
to this extent.
I don't-
Carina gets up off the couch and steps a little closer. And she asks, so if you're a god, and you spread life on this earth, does that mean that you've created all of us at one point?
Go back to the idea of, can we do this another way? I've spent many years in search of an ulterior path, but I have yet been able to find one.
Well, is there no talking to this other being? Do we know of whatever this god is spreading? Like, would we have prior knowledge of it in this world?
Like is it a plague kind of deal? I'm thinking the same thing.
I would not. Just throwing that out there. I would not.
Col'Tash is still fiddling with his symbol in his pocket, just rubbing it nervously.
Would I see that from across the room?
I'm kind of like shuffled behind that little crate. I don't know.
Okay, she's used to like she is very. Yes, I want to see everything.
Go ahead, Sid.
She ponders for a moment before giving you a small chuckle. I suppose you're right. I did create you, although indirectly. Lisa also says that she's 3 questions behind. Hold on.
Okay.
We will be the patients.
Sin, could I, if it's okay for you to make this call, can I roll to see if I notice Col'Tash playing with his symbol in the corner?
Yeah, I guess that would be perception.
Lande reaches up and touches Faolin's beard. Goatee? What is that? The fluff
That's
on
my
your
hair.
face.
The fluff on your
What?
There's
You
a
notice-
shadow underneath, and that's just
Then
the
I
hair behind. the
reach
head.
up and touch your hair.
Wait, so the first one was 22.
So that's the one you take.
Okay.
8 is if you roll with disadvantage, or vice versa if you roll with advantage.
Gotcha. So yes, I
So-
got 22.
If it's a straight roll, you always take the first number. That second number is whether you have advantage or disadvantage.
Okay.
Usually, unless you have disadvantage and the first number is higher, you would take the lower number.
Mm.
But for a straight roll, you always take the first number.
Yeah. I haven't played on Roll20 very much. It's mostly just in life dice, so this is a very different.
Yeah.
I only played on this thing like maybe a couple times when I was playing what is it called?
I would like to know what Faolin's going to do with Lande touching his hair.
I'm gonna do what I do in real life. I'm just gonna let her.
Yes.
Because me in real life is used to it.
just.
And Faolin doesn't care, so.
It's so soft.
I think
Oh,
that
the
I think that
Python.
was the last question. Well, if that's the case, then whatever's opposing must be bad. It must be taking something away from what creates life, right? She turns and looks to the rest of the room, addressing all of you.
Xander still doesn't know what's going on fully.
Xander's
I-
drunk.
I look at Mila's necklace and I say, not all life that's taken away is necessarily bad. Not inherently, anyways. Sometimes it's just their time.
Well, that I understand. And again, as you've probably already noticed, yes, that's what my god perceives. They're not a cruel person, but they don't want people that are still here, that aren't supposed to be here, to stay in the world. That's mostly what goes on with that. but I'm sorry, Miss Gwyn. This is very hard to take in, and I feel like I'm not getting all the information. I know that's what you gods do. You're very cryptic, but I might agree. But what happens if I decide not to once we get more information?
As Lande hears Mila talking, she turns and kind of cocks her head at her.
To answer Carina's question, very true. There is a natural balance, of course.
However, what do you mean? And she turns back around to face Gwynton.
However, after seeing your creations destroyed at the epicenter of its evolution so many times, well, perhaps they have simply had enough of it.
Carina...
So, the person... Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
So, the person that's tired of their creation being torn down, is that you or the god you're trying to make us kill?
That would be me.
It'll be fixed soon enough. Just keep eating them. The problem will be solved.
Fair. So...
Carina stops and turns back to the rest of the room. Does this seem odd for me to think that this might be the right thing to do?
I don't believe so.
Col'Tash lets out a heavy sigh and says, no, it's probably the right thing.
If you think about it this way, we're just trying to save what's left of us.
It's fair.
I mean, the alternative is to not exist.
She quickly turns back to Gwynton, her eyes wide, and then looks back to the rest of the room once more. Well, I'm in. I know I've only met the lot of you, but I'd love it if I had some help.
Half of you... Oh, sorry.
You go ahead.
Half of you seem like puppies, so you might need a keeper, so... I'll come
Carina
along
got
for now.
really excited at that, and her tail starts wagging.
Oh my god.
I'm more in the feline category?
Well, then you could be a kitten, then.
Yes.
I would like to do an insight check on Gwen. Not even gonna lie.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Sweet. What the heck do I roll?
You roll insight.
If you just click on the word insight, it'll roll it.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, you got an 18. Nice.
No.
I don't know much about this world, and there's still so much I'd like to know. And if there's the risk of it ending all sooner than we thought, then maybe it would be best if we actually tried to help it. Can't imagine too many drow having a great relationship with their grandmother. I mean, you've got a point. You've got a point.
Okay, like I said, I'm
Stand there pondering, thinking himself.
But just FYI, Jim is typing.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, cool.
Filling.
I'm still just leaning against a wall, I'm facing her now, but I'm still fiddling with my symbol in my pocket, like a very.
At least y'all can see when she's typing, because I'm on the same account. I can't see jack shit.
I mean, you can always pull up Foxes and see.
It is very small. The chat is very small on my stream.
Yeah.
My face is all red. Yeah.
No, I thought it was
Yeah.
gray. Go ahead, Sin.
Okay, to answer Cold's insight, she is being earnest and certainly hasn't lied to you, though you can see she is visibly worried at the sight of all of you not trusting her.
I never
knowing
said
that-
I didn't trust her.
It's mostly just
Okay,
Mila
then
and
who
Cole.
doesn't? Whomever does not trust her, she's
Me.
taking it as a general.
Mila, Cole,
Me.
and Xander.
With knowing that, I let out another heavy sigh. I take a few steps closer, right behind Landon.
Lande.
Lande.
Landon!
Call me
Landon.
Landon and I'm calling you trash.
Okay, Lande.
That's okay. Karina's gonna fuck up all your names several times over.
Okay.
I'm so glad you guys
Mila,
get with my shit laughing at some of this stuff.
Mila will take a step closer to the chair, not quite sitting in it, but like leaning up against the chair now, so at least she's in the more inner circle. She just looks back at Xander.
Oh, Xander has an X.
Why
Xander
did
died.
die? Just
Get
insta
rid
dead.
of things on my screen.
Landon and Col'Tash.
Yes.
What does this button do?
Karina
basically.
looks to Cole and Mila, who have stepped a little closer. I see that you guys are hesitant about this, but I feel like it would be very beneficial for us to all work together. We've all been called here for a reason.
Carina, roll persuasion.
Fuck.
What is going on?
That would be Lande drawing a house.
Gotcha.
You can measure the distance to see if you can get where you want to go.
Yeah, so you know if you move your 30 feet or for spells in certain range, and yeah.
Yeah, it's a very handy feature. But if you drag and then you right click, you can turn a corner to see
I rolled a
which
20.
you're-
Nice.
I'll let both of you decide how you react to that, but just understand she is being extremely persuasive right now, and even though you don't know why,
Yeah.
she seems like she's very charismatic.
If I could elaborate, Karina's eyes glint between the two of you. She almost seems desperate, her hands outstretched, palms up. A very submissive action for somebody, for a dragonborn to show the soft sides of their palms.
I reach up and play with one of my piercings in my ears and says, "Fine, but
I touch Karina's hand.
Karina goes, "Eh?"
I am expecting
Sorry.
there will be at least some sort of monetary relief for our trouble, perhaps."
Lande just kind of whips her head around and looks at him like, the fuck?
Or at
Bitch,
least
I want money.
Oh.
That's exactly what I say to her.
if not monetary, protection would be nice. Knowing that if we're going to kill a god, we're not going to die the moment we look at it.
Or at least more information.
Carina looks at Col'Tash and is suddenly very sad.
Oh
Lande
no!
looks at Col'Tash and says, I may seem small-minded, but I know what bitch means. Call me that again, and I'll rip your throat out with my teeth.
Thank you for the alert, Grover. I appreciate it. Did
Cold
he
uses
call you a
charm
bitch?
person.
I didn't even hear that.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Cold uses charm person on Lande.
Oh
Don't do
no!
that. Rude ass.
And this is why I fucking cuss in 7 languages.
Sin, go ahead.
Alright, hold on.
If living isn't enough of a prize, you will be rewarded in one way or another. That I can promise.
Carina gestures with her hands like, come on.
Mila steps forward and looks at your hand, Carina, sighs, and places their much smaller hand inside of yours.
Carina very gently closes her hand around yours, almost completely engulfing it, and looks at you with some very soft eyes. Thank you. I really feel in my heart that this is the right choice. And smacks it. High five.
They smile and I trust you and Miss Gwyntain. I am sorry if I offended. It's not easy to trust people. So, I will trust you for now. You seem fair enough.
I would like to...
I just am hesitant. I'm sorry. But I will do it.
I would like to interrupt for just a sec and see where Gilgus or Xander and Faolin are at.
Oh, as soon as Mila agrees, Xander's like, alright, I guess I'm in. Better than what I was doing originally.
So Faolin was sitting on the arm of the couch that entire time, and when Lande stepped forward, Faolin fell back onto the couch, just laying up and like, yeah, I just do this entire time. I'm down.
All right, cool.
Well, I mean,
Now Xander ponders how is he gonna beat a god if it's
Gwyntan's a force of nature.
Carina
Can I follow
sees
nature?
Col'Tash step back and looks at him.
Speaking to Mila, thank you, dear. There's no need to apologize. I understand that this isn't an easy task to ask of someone. Now that we are back on track, obviously, in your current state, killing a god would be impossible. But there are ways, objects, and places of power scattered across the plane that would give you the strength you need. The first of which I can provide you now.
Lies!
That was. You want to know what's funny? So, just sidebar real quick. He does this on my Friday night games too, and again, they are always like in perfect time with whatever's going on. It's like, well, that's a great reaction. Yeah.
He's secretly listening to the stream.
He
There
is
needs to be
actually.
a random emo that just one.
Good, excellent. Thank you all. To be honest, I didn't have a plan if you had said no. She is reaching up behind her head to take off the necklace that she is wearing. She's holding it out for any of you to take. This should be enough to get you started. It will also serve as a sign to others of your allegiance to me. Should any of my followers see it, I'm sure they would be more than willing to help you.
Carina kind
Mila,
of.
yeah, looks to Carina. And she's like, you were looking for a god.
She looks around the rest of the room and seeing everybody just kind of staring in the direction of Gwynton and her. And she very sheepishly and gingerly, in a way that a dragonborn should not, turns around and softly takes it from Gwynton. I know I'm not saying that name right.
Gwen's tanning.
Da-da-da-da, item obtained.
An amulet that bears the symbol of Gwynton. This is visible to everyone, right?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Okay, so it's in my
You
hand.
can you can share though.
It's personal inventory.
Well, it's like you can read it or you can keep it to yourself, and we just kind of meta just know that you have it, but we don't know what it does.
Carina asks aloud, as she would not know this inherently, asks aloud what the amulet does. Can I read it aloud as if it was her?
Lisa's call.
Gwynton speaks softly and says, once a day, the tannulet can be used to bring back one party member from the brink of death to full health. If placed in a fire, it can be used as a medium to communicate with me.
Dang.
Well,
Like, from the brink or they died? So, like, 0 unconscious or they
from
dead
the
bitches?
brink of death. So like 1 HP.
Lisa said brink, meaning no zombies.
neat.
Well, there's revivify. That's not zombie. That's more or less what I was asking. If it worked like revivify or stabilize, and essentially it's stabilize.
Yeah, that's really freaking good at this level, honestly.
Jesus, yeah. Especially with
The price of freaking
diamonds? Yeah.
diamonds, but it's the brink of death, so diamonds aren't quite to like revive them. It's like if like you hit 0 HP and you're having to make death saves, that kind of brink of death.
Yeah.
Out of
Right.
character, I told you we had things to do in case you guys didn't get a healer.
I mean, like this is real good. The price of potions.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
exactly,
Health
Prisma.
potions. That's where my brain was going.
All right, so I now have that information saved on my character sheet.
That's so
And as
cool.
long as she keeps that access, you'll never mind. I thought you'd be able to see it in the no. Never mind. Nope, ignore me.
Okay, so Carina takes the amulet and I assume it has a clasps it around her neck. Time is our
Lande
adventure's best friend. Facts.
Pokes Mila's Raven necklace.
Poke.
All right, and saying that she said
Thank you.
there might be more willing to help you. Speaking of which, when you leave through that door, and she's pointing at the exit, you'll find yourself in a village of Brenfield, a farming province of the Paven Plains. Seek out the mayor. He should be able to get you situated with a place to stay. After all, I can't expect my champions to sleep on the roadside every night.
That's not what I meant.
Now then, enough chatter. Time to get on your way.
Can I have a cookie before I go?
Here, hold on. Easing herself out of the chair, she makes her way to the door, opening it so that you can see what appears to be a normal street outside. Oh, and one more thing. Good luck, dears. Good luck, dears, and do tell the mayor I said hello.
Carina just kind of followed her over to the door.
Mila goes back to stand with Xander. You ready to go?
Guess we're gonna follow them.
One more side note, if you click and hold, it'll create a circle if you need to ask about something specific.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep, just letting you know. Continue.
No, she's
I
like,
want to
"Oh, just
ask a
circle."
question about the darkness.
There is nothing.
Bye, Matthias.
If you allow her, she tries to.
Carina very happily gives the woman a very large hug. And then slowly lets go.
If you allow her, she tries to hug you on the way out.
All right, Matthias, we'll catch you later. Thank you for sticking around.
Very grandma-y.
I'll probably allow her to be confused on why.
Col'Tash wants to be the last one out.
Why, of course I hug her. Yes, grab a hugs.
On that note, are you guys okay with a
Oh.
small intermission so that I can eat and make Fox food for a second?
Food!
It'll give Lisa a chance to catch up as well.
And bathroom breaks. And then we can get, because I know Col'Tash, he wanted to say something to her because he's leaving last. So.
Yeah, I want to be the last one out.
Okay, so let's do that really quick. So Carina gingerly steps out and then starts talking with Lande as they follow.
She doesn't let her hug her, per se, so much as she takes her hand in one, like, so their palms are touching, and she lays her hand on top of hers, and gives it a good squeeze, but she seems very hesitant with full body contact.
Hugging a god is exactly a normal thing. Yeah.
They seem cordial enough, very, very happy, and they nod their head and they leave, nodding for Xander to follow.
I'm gonna follow. At least we're gonna have a place to stay for once, not sleep on the streets.
Well, I mean, I
What's
do
wrong
find
with
this a
sleeping
good end once in a
outside?
while.
You know, I find the stars rather beautiful at night, and it's even better when you can see them without anything blocking your view.
I prefer to sleep outside.
I mean, you are a lion.
This is true.
Yeah.
But where I'm from, it is very dark, so stars are interesting.
But
Oh.
did the elf or the Gith have anything extra?
Phelan?
I'm-
Faolin, on the way out, if she wants, lets her hug. Give me a hug or a handshake or whatever works.
Hugs.
That was
Falls
one
on
hell of an awkward hug.
Goes in for a handshake, then kind of a hug, and then a handshake, then hug, and then hugs, and then walks out.
Just whatever turned into.
Awkward hug.
Is
Mhm.
it just me and Gwen in the little cottage now?
If Xander would move himself, yes.
I-
Sorry.
Get your butt out.
Yeet!
Out the window.
wall!
Okay, the boys
Yeah.
are in for a second to go grab food. Lisa's on her own for answering you guys stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
I very cautiously approach her, but bow respectively before pulling
It's a
out
bedroom!
Oh my god!
before pulling out my symbol of the Moonweaver and looking at her with almost desperation and asking, "Please be understanding. I don't mean to be abrasive, but I've been hurt before, and gods, although meaning well, not always knows what's best for us mortals."
My God does. She knows.
And then
we're
I-
supposed to die.
Very politely bow.
Hold on, she's typing.
I know, I wasn't gonna leave yet.
Okay, okay. I'm just like,
I politely bow and run away!
You got to go! Just yeet yourself out like Xander.
Yeet!
Nope.
you know, Straight into the bedroom.
Through the wall, through the bedroom, and out the door.
When I bow, I look up at her and make sure she can see the ring of what looks like tattoos across his forehead.
You keep those hidden out of character? Like out of character, I'm asking you if you keep
No,
them hidden.
they look like ornate tattoos, but if you look closer, they're actually like chiseled into his skull.
Oh, okay.
Like scarification.
Yeah.
Sorry. Future
She-
role-playing opportunities.
She
need to
gives
know.
a small
Yeah.
sigh and says, "I understand, dear," and she pats your shoulder.
I let out a very small sigh of relief, and then go in and give her a small hug before leaving.
All right. Well, I guess that this is a good opportunity for those that need to take potty breaks, for those that need to stretch. We can do that. And then for those that will be staying behind, we can just chit-chat and roleplay as if we're walking.
Yep, I'm gonna stand up and crack my back though. So
I'm gonna stay, but I'm gonna be about like 2 feet behind. Like I'm gonna be like 2 feet
Just
behind the trail of
man
people
the heck
and
out
just
of there.
thinking to myself, listening to everybody talk.
Okay, does that mean that you're getting up and doing something?
No, I'm still here. I will be listening. So if
Oh,
people
okay.
have questions and stuff, I will be here.
Carina sees that Col'Tash is the last one out and kind of hangs back for a sec as everybody else walks a little bit forward. She looks at him and seems almost upset. Maybe a little... What's the word? I can't think of words.
Apprehensive.
No, not apprehensive. Disappointed.
disappointed.
Yeah, thank you, Ash. She seems a little disappointed. Why would you work for the betterment of yourself instead of the world as a whole? Because when we all prosper, doesn't that mean better? She seems genuinely confused.
In most places, yes. Where I come from, it's always you first or you last.
Well,
And,
go ahead.
and being last where I come from means being dead.
Well, you don't have to worry about that anymore. She seems to perk up a little bit, her eyes a little softer. You won't be alone here, and I promise, if you ever need someone to back you up, I'll be there. But just try to work with everybody and not just for the gold.
I very gently reach up and pat her head if she lets me.
She kind of sounds to purr like a cat.
You are quite precious for a dragon. And just keeps walking.
Carina wags her tail and follows behind.
I really hope that comes across as a purr every time I do it.
Yeah. As Lande and Mila are walking, she reaches up because like Mila is only like 5'5".
Tiny bean!
Oh, you're
Yeah.
so little.
Like I was like, oh, I'm like over 6 foot. I'm just like, oh god.
The dark elf is
I'm
the tiniest
almost-
one. That's adorable.
I'm almost 2 feet taller than you.
Elves are
That's
supposed to be
amazing.
So tall.
They
I'm a
just
dragon.
reach up with a hand and they flick Lande's raven necklace as well that they said they had, correct? Because they had tapped on theirs earlier. So, it seems we have something in common at least.
Black-eyed
I see
bean!
that.
Happenstance
No.
said black-eyed bean.
Oh god.
Heckin' adorable.
Heckin.
How did you come to serve the Raven Queen?
You know, I'm not quite sure, honestly. I had the necklace for quite a few years, and then I figured out what it actually meant, and must have meant something to me in my past, but apparently that's kind of gone now, but it doesn't really matter, since I've cut my own way in the world, yes?
It seems so.
And how did you come by them?
She came to me in a dream.
Interrupting Lande, Carina basically, like, leap jumps onto Lande's back and says, "What's a Raven Queen?"
That would be our god.
And I'm still fuzzy on the details. What's a god?
Mila.
They're a very powerful being.
So sorry.
No, you're fine. So what she is to me is somebody who I believe in and helps me on my journey in this world. Through her, I've grown to know more magic and be more useful to not only myself but others.
Keep in mind that you also have a 300-pound dragonborn just hanging off of your shoulders
Just-
right now.
Yeah, how do you figure out your carrying weight? Just real fast, I forgot.
Are we worrying about that?
Normally, it's your strength times 15.
Lisa said that it wasn't going to be a huge issue so long as it's not, like, ridiculous. Like, you're not trying to carry a car or something.
Like no bag of holding kind of.
Happenstance says strength times 15. You faintly hear from behind the door, "Get off my lawn!"
Oh my gosh.
Happenstance is my DM and my husband.
Yeah, buddy. Well, if that's what a god is... You know, that still doesn't really make sense to me. I'll let you guys figure that one out. And she gets off your shoulders and kind of, like, happy trots forward.
A god is somebody you look up to. For strength.
Guidance.
Inspiration. As Cole's just walking by, just like randomly, just meh.
If you really... Oh, sorry. I keep interrupting you.
No, you're fine. When we get to where we're going, we'll see if we can find a temple for one of our gods. And someone there will most definitely be able to maybe explain it better for you. I can only explain to you what she means to me.
I find that fascinating. You know, I've never really thought about what it would mean to have something that gives you inspiration outside of yourself. The only thing that I've ever known is to look forward for the answers that I find the next day. You know, something a little bit more fun for me to do. And she seems a little bit despondent as she stops walking and looks at the necklace that Gwyn gave them.
Mila smiles and taps their arm. Well, now, if you put that in a fire, you might be able to talk to them. Give you a little guidance of your own. So you're not so alone, yeah?
Carina smiles and looks at all of them. Well, I'm not alone now, am I?
It looks like it.
Looks like it. But if you ever find yourself having a dark day, a day where you just don't feel as enthusiastic, you can always look for you now.
Thank you, sweet.
Nope, I lost the name. Gwynton.
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 You are currently walking through a seemingly endless field of wheat. The only thing indicating any progress is a bright light that gets closer and closer.
Can Col'Tash use Mage Hand to pick a piece of wheat?
Do you need to use Mage Hand to pick a piece of wheat?
I would like to do it secretly, seeing my Mage Hand is invisible.
She goes,
Yes.
sure.
We just keep floating wheat.
Yeah, you literally just see floating wheat just like slip into my back pocket and just whoop.
Carina sees this. Well, hold on.
No.
Does Carina see it?
That's a good question. Carina does not.
Let me
And
something
referring back to Col'Tash's response, Lande, realizing that he's close enough to hear, spins to face him. I didn't mean to be so harsh back there, but I don't take kindly to insults.
Hold on, I'm going to interrupt for just a sec. Happenstance
Quite
says...
a bit.
Sorry, one sec. Happenstance says push, drag, or lift is your strength times 30, but speed drops to 5 if you're doing more than carrying capacity. Also, things are halved if your size is small, and doubled for every size larger than medium. If that helps.
I didn't mean to be quite abrupt. I was overstimulated, let's say. I apologize for my crude words. I
Welcome back,
tend to
Boriston.
think more than I speak, but apparently not when it comes to being around gods.
And apparently not when it comes to being around people. I mean, calling somebody a bitch. Now, ain't that just flat out rude? She seems really exuberantly happy for what she just said.
I let out a very heavy sigh and just kind of hang my head. Just
Do you ever feel
Almost.
anything but happy, Carina?
What do you mean?
You're just always so cheery.
Well, that's what you gotta try and look for the best things in life, so that way you can try and keep yourself in good spirits.
Oh,
I like
cold
that.
sleight of hand. Hold on.
I
Ooh,
guess so.
what the heck? How do sleight of hand?
It should be on your
It's
sheet,
at the-
and
it's
it
at the
should
bottom of
be at
your
the very
skills.
bottom.
Oop.
Yeah, skills.
Can I just say, for not being proficient, that's a badass fucking roll.
That's a really good roll.
I don't know what I just sleight of handed, but Jesus.
Hey.
A freaking +7 to sleight of hand.
It was just pick the wheat, or no
Yeah,
one noticed.
Just wheat. I just want wheat. I have reasons.
I have reasons for this wheat.
Fresh air. Not often he gets to be in a.
Carina, when you say that, the amulet glows warmly on your neck.
Bubbles, how you doing?
Oh.
Carina. Well, hold on. Carina sees this and she smiles. Feeling validated.
No.
So, shall we get out of here? I mean, not that I don't enjoy wheat, but I would really like a drink after this.
Oh!
Would you like some tea?
You know, I think she might be talking about something a wee bit stronger than that. I've got the thing right for you, dear.
Do you know?
Well, not on me, but I know that there's going to be an inn at wherever we're going, I'm sure, and I'll be able to spot you for what you need. She's very happy for us.
I don't know if the pee break is the pee break over.
No,
Miss
you
Fox?
get up and go pee.
Oh no, Lisa
Sin's
was
not
asking.
back yet, no.
Okay, then
Oh,
I
yeah,
am
So
actually
you're
gonna go
for Sin.
to the restroom as well. I'll be right back. Gonna mute myself.
Nom nom food.
Col'Tash just pulls on
D&D's
his
going good, man.
vestments a little bit,
First session.
trying to straighten himself out.
We're about almost 2 hours in. We're having a
all
blast.
that excitement, and just keeps heading towards the light. Like literally is like oh, just go. Just I want out. I've embarrassed the shit out of myself. Just no.
Yeet!
No, please. Yeah. Oh yeah, I
Yeet the
need to add
wheat.
wheat to my thing. Inventory. So I'm just gonna add wheat. I have
Add
one
wheat.
wheat.
Is there a
And
reason for
wheat's gonna
that?
save our life somehow.
There is a reason for that, and I'm not gonna get into that right now.
No, that's fine. I'm not looking to meta. I was just curious.
What did I miss?
There is very much a reason into that.
Cold has wheat.
They asked me why I have wheat, because I have
Gotcha.
reason.
I'm
Crunch.
hot.
Same.
Yeah, you are. Now smack that
I'm-
booty.
I'm gonna put the wheat underneath treasures.
Under treasure. I'm gonna treasure this wheat forever.
Well, it's the start of our journey.
So as we're walking through the wheat field and getting closer to this light, Carina decides that she is going to somersault and then just kind of fall into the knee-high wheat, and all you can see is her head.
just
Oh look,
Okay.
you're my height now.
But this is
Well,
such a
I
great
gotta
place.
feel
Look at
on
all the
that.
color. All right, fine. She gets up to her feet and as they make their way closer to what I can only assume is a town.
We're supposed to see the mayor once we get through.
What time of day is it, actually? I should have asked that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out.
I assume if we can see a light, then it must be close to nighttime.
But is
well,
Sin back?
the plane we're in is just solid
Sin's
bright.
back.
Okay.
You are
Yeah.
currently walking through a seemingly endless field of wheat, the only indicating any progress is a bright light that gets closer and closer. We haven't really said anything in character until just now, Lisa.
I think the I need to catch up was from the Critical Role stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it sure as fuck was. Sorry. So when she goes to type and then it goes away, it looks like a new message sent. So in my brain, I'm like, oh, I need to read that. Wait, I've already read that 4 times.
Every now and again, I have to refresh my thing because sometimes the chat on the Roll20 doesn't want to work for me.
Oh.
That's why I was standing in that house.
You cannot tell what time it is. The sun has stayed in exactly the same place. Which is in what spot?
Okay.
I would assume
directly overhead?
Like high noon.
It is high noon.
No.
Midday.
Midday, okay.
What time is it? It's
That must
morning
be a hell of a light if we can see it from that far. How close are we to the light now?
You are just about to reach the light.
Sorry, I had to make sure I was unmuted.
Beep boop.
I think we're almost there, guys. I can feel it. She's totally bluffing.
Oh,
Col'Tash.
sure you can. Right down to your tail, yes?
Oh, precisely.
I was about to basically say the same thing. It was gonna be like, do you feel it in your tail?
I have a tail too.
Yes, you do. And Karina grabs
Feel
it.
in your tail?
It's a cute poofy tail.
It is a cute poofy tail.
Karina just grabs you by your tail.
Just so you're aware, the poof on the end of my tail is also teal.
I love it.
Oh.
Over the hedge.
Col'Tash plays with one of his whiskers as he's just walking, just
The carpet matches the drapes.
I'm
sorry.
Here.
I had to.
That's in character.
Right.
Karina leans over and looks at you in a strangely seductive way and goes, "Oh, I'm sure it does, darling." And then kind of continues walking forward.
Alright, you guys have reached the light. Once you do, you're going to be enveloped with it and walk through it. Kind of whether you like it or not, because it's now seeking you.
It's fucking bright! Alright, Karina walks through. What does she see?
You find yourself on the streets of Gwenfield. Literally, you're in the middle of a road. And you seem to be blocking the path of a horse and cart.
Oh! Karina does not move.
Lande steps out and pulls Carina closer to her out of the way.
Oh!
Well, damn.
Does the horse continue forward?
If I walk through, I'm going to keep a hand on Mila's shoulder.
Is this for us? Are we... Col'Tash immediately just like stops talking and looks around, seeing if he sees anybody.
Like, yeah, is it a cart and horse, or are we in the way of the cart and horse?
And there's somebody inside of it.
Karina kind of leans over and looks inside the cart.
Lande opens the door.
Oh, that's smart!
Cart?
Well, you've just scared the hell out of an old man.
Hello.
I don't think we should be doing this.
Karina, like, bolsters in and pushes
Why
Lande
not?
a little bit with her shoulder while she's still holding onto the door and goes, "Top of the morning to ya!"
Our characters are gonna get along so great!
As this is
How are you
happening,
doing today,
I'm
sir?
looking around the town, make sure there's a way to go if anyone comes after us.
So cute.
Well, you moved the horse and it is now rearing, but it hasn't gone anywhere, so you guys are still locked in place. The
And what's-
person who you've disturbed is staring at you with wide eyes, and then he blinks a second or two.
I
And
love
what's
your hat, sir.
name?
I'm gonna wait for Release's reaction on this one, because I just totally ad-libbed.
I ask him what his name is.
Just fucking big ass lion dragon face. In your face.
Just
Like, hi!
It's
I
funny
just-
that we're technically the scariest characters looking, but we're the like most.
You're the most baby.
Yeah.
I imagine that the rest of us just kind of standing there like, oh god.
I'm just looking for if we have to run, ways to go.
Yeah, Mila like takes a step back with Xander just in case the guy freaks out.
Sin?
All right, the reaction of the old man.
First, I'm trying to run because
Would have
stuff
been
like
nice. What are you doing in the middle of the road?
Oh,
We just
well,
came from speaking with Quinton. We're looking for the mayor, actually.
I love how forward you are. You have like no filter.
That's
Col'Tash's
gonna very
eyes
potentially
go
get us
wide.
in trouble.
Oh yeah, it is.
Just
Carina reaches forward and takes the man's hat and puts it on her head, which is obviously too small for her head. And she sticks her tongue out like, this is great.
Guys, I really don't think you should be doing that. I don't want to scare him.
He did. Not on purpose, though.
I lean over and whisper in Mila's ear in Elvish. I think we chose
Gwynton,
the wrong
as in the
idea."
god?
Yeah, basically he's looking at you even though you've taken his hat, and the first thing out of his mouth is Gwynton, as in the god.
Hold on real quick. What did you say, Dallas?
As I lean over and say in Elvish, I think we chose the wrong group. Seeing all this happening.
Did I hear
I
that?
don't think we had a choice. This isn't Elvish. Oh yeah, you're an elf, duh.
I'm an elf. That's why I'm asking. Do I hear this? I don't know if I do or not.
I mean, I'm sure they're
I'll
not
lean
talking
back,
quietly. He looks a tad intimidated by Carina and meekly says, "Can I have my hat back?" She looks at him, looks up at the hat, and yeah, okay. And she gives him the hat back.
What's your name, sir? I like how I get higher pitched every time I talk. It's not
Gotta
on
get that
purpose.
customer service voice in there.
I was about to say it sounds just like my hi, welcome to Goodwill. How can I help you today?
Oof.
So sidetrack with the background. Faolin wants to roll for perception to see if he heard that. You're welcome to. You can do that in the background.
I'm
Okay.
sure he will
No,
hear it.
no. My customer service voice was, Berkburnett 911, how can I help you?
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes me
Hi,
think
welcome
of,
to Walmart. How can I help you?
Yeah.
please take the ticket.
20. Bang.
Take the fucking ticket.
He heard you.
That's fine.
I respond back in Elvish. I'm having a good time watching this, actually.
Good time is not what we were going at. This is interesting.
It's kind of
I'm a bit
fun.
worried. I'm more worried for their safety than his, honestly.
That's fair.
Me?
Sin?
All right, back to Carina.
It was still Lande.
Oh, I asked it.
Or, sorry. Okay,
Fine.
whatever you asked. Whoever asked who the hell he was.
It's okay.
Grimsby. Harold Grimsby. I'm the mayor around here, and I definitely didn't hear any news of new arrivals in town. What's your business in Grenfield?
Oh, well, what a pleasure. We were actually just looking for the mayor, Carina bolsters.
You know, he looks creeped out.
Quite sure what our business is here. We were just told to come here by Quinton. And if she is a god, then, well, yes, that person.
Gwynton said that you might be able to help us.
Carina.
Now I'm your medallion.
What? Yeah. That.
Your necklace.
The dangly thing around your neck.
Carina,
She was chewing.
yeah, that's
Oh.
true. Carina looks at the man's ascot and notices that the brooch that he is wearing is the same symbol as the one that's on the amulet that she's wearing. And kind of picks it up a little bit off her neck and shows him. Actually, her perception's not very high. I wonder if I should roll for that.
Roll for that.
I feel, well, no, his beard's
mean,
kind of
like-
short. I feel like he
Yeah.
would be kind of pressed into the corner with his body facing us. Because I literally just yeeted the door open and in pops a lion.
Okay, well,
face.
maybe I didn't notice.
You're also two very big creatures in a tiny little box.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking that I'm probably
You did not
crouched
notice
to all hell.
You did not notice the pin on him. You were just kind of standing there, staring.
Show him the necklace. You don't have to
Carina
take it off.
was trying to figure something out really hard.
Okay. Well, Carina, after hearing after hearing Lande, just kind of picks up the necklace and is like this.
Just like looking at him like,
Sin?
All right, he's looking at the necklace. You have her. Well then, you had better come with me. Hop in the back. We'll get you sorted.
Do you think I should
I'm
follow
a little
behind?
Big.
It's a very large cart.
Okay.
he's driving it, right?
No, he's inside. It's one of those like think like a closed carriage, like you would like a princess would ride in.
Except big.
Yeah.
There's also seats in the back and the front.
Oh, so it's
Driver's not sure what to
open.
do with you. Oh, it's full of hay. Never mind.
Oh, so it's open.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Karina
That just made
nods
this whole
vigorously
RP thing.
and like full force yeets over the side of the cart and into the hay, and it bounces, straining the wheels.
Well, this feels familiar, doesn't it, Xander? Then she gets into the cart and almost seems adept at just like eating herself into it, just like thump.
Lande climbs in and curls up in a ball.
Oh my god!
Like, I love how your portrait looks so fucking terrifying, but you're like the babiest of babies.
Yeah.
It's a lion.
I can't help my face.
It is struggling under the weight of the poor nag, dragging it gives
I
it huff.
noticed that.
Oh.
Karina just
I
wags.
told you I was big for it.
Might just on top of the carriage if that's an option instead.
Oh, that's cool.
Poor old mare just ain't what she used to be.
Oh, this is neat.
It's just gonna very gingerly just like sit at the very edge of the cart, just like holding onto it, like.
Ren goes, Lande and Karina are precious beans.
Lande pulls Cole all the way into the cart. Just with one paw, one fell swoop. Boop!
Karina reaches out and reaches out to Mila and Faolin and Xander to heft them one by one into the cart.
I accept that and I climb in.
Karina haphazardly grabs Faolin underneath his arms, like in his armpits, and yeets him into the cart, and then places him next to her.
I.
It's a pleasure!
Congratulations, you've been picked up like a small child.
Yes,
Okay.
effectively.
And you do that, I go, what the fuck? And I get pulled off the ground.
And then she almost throws Mila because she did not expect her to be so light. But manages to snag her out of the air and then place her next to Xander.
Yeah, Karina's
Their
a
hair
lot
is just
bigger
all
than Faolin
messed
is,
up.
Too.
Sorry about that. I guess I don't know
My
my own
hair.
strength sometimes.
It's fine. It's fine. Just fine.
Lande, are you still holding me in the cart?
Now y'all are moving, but not very quickly. Just so you know, you are headed towards destination. The mayor is not happy about it.
Effectively, you hear thugga 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 thugga.
And I mean mare as in nag, not mare as in mare.
Oh, a mayor, not the mayor.
Okay.
Poor pup.
I see what you mean about not moving very quickly. Oh my god!
Wow.
Wow.
Well, we're getting somewhere.
If I should just walk.
The mayor's the one that told us to get in the back of the cart, so.
He also doesn't own the horse.
Huh?
Honestly, you probably could have strapped Carina to the cart and gotten there 10 times faster.
There it is.
Envisioning these scenes in my head, good. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. I'm having a blast.
Rin, that's what I love about D&D. It's awesome.
I almost just knocked over my whole vape. Oh, fuck.
Hmm?
I almost knocked over my vape.
No.
All right, we're here. Everyone disembark, I suppose.
Carina, one by one, yeets everyone out of the cart.
Before Carina can move them, they put up a hand being like, no, thank you. I'm thank you, but no.
Are you
And
sure?
they just like, positive, you're very strong, but my legs do work.
Aw.
For now.
Aw.
So they...
Carina then goes to do
now.
the same to Xander. Yeet!
Seeing this, Col'Tash vigorously tries to wiggle free of Lande's grip. Just no, is all he's saying over and over again.
Come here, pretty boy.
Show me what them lips can do.
Oh, God.
No.
Then Carina grabs Faolin by the buttocks and yeets.
What?
The plow and
I
poke?
think I missed that. Can you re-describe that for me?
You're standing outside of a rather shabby local tavern. The sign above the door reads the Plow and Poke.
She grabs you by the butt and yeets you out of the cart.
Oh, thanks. That's what I thought I heard.
Yeah, no, I'm standing in front of you, or I'm sitting in front of you. I put my hands under your butt and yeet you over my shoulder.
Carina,
Yes, dear.
don't forget we want to give them the chance to have something, a little wonderful word. Can you think what I'm thinking here?
Autonomy?
Personal space?
Consent?
Both?
Both! Karina's very huggy. This is things she'll have to learn. Home for a few hours and you're
yes,
gonna walk
we
back
want,
over? Okay. Well,
Are there no
back.
consequences to me being yeeted out of the cart?
I mean, you can hit her if you want to. You're fine, though. I'm not going to let her hurt you.
Basically, she yeets you over her shoulder and you handstand and then land on your feet. Like the amazing ranger that you are. Roll athletics.
That sounds about right. Yeah, we'll go with
Oh,
that.
guys, I think our DM's trying to tell us something. If we wanna-
Grimsby is staring at all of you, dead-eyed.
Roll
Roll
athletics.
Oh, it's because you didn't read you're standing outside a rather
Yeah.
shabby local tavern. The sign above the door.
I read that out loud.
I didn't hear anyone read it.
Oh,
out
then I
loud.
didn't have push to talk. My apologies.
Yeah.
No, you read it. I heard you.
4!
I heard the very ending, but I didn't know if Sin had read it before.
7!
No,
Oh.
I
fuck
roll
the credit.
athletics
I hadn't
as
got
well.
it yet. I tend to wait for you
Why
guys
is
to look around.
athletics strength and not a dex?
Luckily, you
Yeah,
didn't
I guess
land
that
on
makes
your
sense,
head.
but,
Stuff.
like,
Because acrobatics is
The
dex.
strength of your legs, I guess.
acrobatics is dex. That's right.
Athletics.
Think-
I roll athletics.
Think football.
Oh my god, Ash, why do you suddenly
Drunk.
get loud?
I guess.
Because I get really close to my fucking mic. I'm still not used to this, okay?
Trying to figure out what volume to keep you at. Dunce Cap, how you doing, dude?
I
Get
don't
Alright,
understand.
You land, not on your head, but not on your feet either.
Right on your butt.
Straight on the chest.
Lande will just climb out of the
Alright.
cart
Well, thanks.
and offer a paw to Cole if he would like some assistance out.
Hold on. Lisa said you stumble right into a well-traveled patch of dirt covering you in mud.
I look at the big furball and take the hand, helping out.
Carina looks over the side of the cart, and she looks very sad and apologetic, hiding behind the wooden edge. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to toss you so hard.
Well, I'm sure if we head inside with Mr. Grimsby, we could get a drink and this all could be, forgotten.
You could use my bedroll as a towel if you like.
No,
Cobalt, how you
it's
been,
fine,
dude?
It's fine. I'm
Duke
alright.
there, Hooker. Okay, I'm sorry. I've got water if you need to wash off.
Create water and just waterboard him.
All right, so then Carina hops out of the cart, and then she walks over to the door and opens the door for Grimsby to help him out of the cart as well. Mer.
It's up to Carina. Grimsby gives you a sigh, rubs his face, and mumbles to himself. This is really who she chose to. Oh.
I assume that there's more to that. The mayor is visibly exhausted, but appreciates your attention.
No.
So as the mayor gets out and says what he says, Carina says, what do you mean? Who she really chose to... Have you talked with her? Have you talked with Quentin?
Oh, nothing. Please, let's go inside. I'll buy you all around.
Oh, that's very kind of you, sir. I was actually going to pay. Would you like me to grab something for you then? Since you're treating us? Since God, I would expect nothing less. Oh, fantastic.
I can still hear the horse clapping. I just think like it's like she's like skittering, like happy that she's getting pet.
Clickety clackety, don't talk backety.
Mila will head in alongside the others.
Yeah. Air drinks and I go in on instantly.
Booze?
I won't have anything. I promised my daughter I would while she's away.
Well, I'm sure I could get you a little something to eat. Now that wouldn't be against anything.
Y'all are heading inside.
All right, we head inside.
All right, as you enter the inn, the interior matches the outside in quality, though it seems comfortable enough. There are a few patrons around, though not as many considering the time of day. The bartender's eyes you as you enter. Oh, Mr. Grimsby, I didn't think you would be in here so soon. I thought your daughter... Grimsby interrupts him. Yes, I know. Don't worry, I'm on business. And he guides you all to a large, round table in the corner of the room.
Carina gets very excited and, practically skips over to the table going, oh, are we going to be knights?
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Mila just looks at Carina like, oh. They pats their back.
The ceiling and points to my head.
Why don't you guys give me your orders, and since you're going to be paying, sir, I'll just put in the orders and I'll ask them to put it on your tab. But remind them to not to remind them to tell your daughter that it wasn't for you.
Knights, what?
We're going to be knights of the round table.
I would love to be knights of the what table?
She plonks happily into a seat.
I just would like a kettle of
She's a
hot
puppy.
water.
So to kind of
And a cup.
for chat, to kind of let you in.
Could I possibly just get a very cold glass of water?
Carina is going crazy. She got hit in the head really hard. She has amnesia, and it's caused some
take an
brain
L.
damage.
Oh, an ale?
Yes.
You know, I will take the tallest glass of whiskey.
A dragon after my own heart.
Oh, darling, we could drink together for days, and you would make me the happiest gal
You
alive.
could probably drink together for days. I only have so much I can drink, though.
I mean, being that you are so small.
small.
And she puts her hand on Mila's head. You are so tiny. I can only imagine. But you know
By
what?
the way,
a
those-
little bit of training with me, and you'll do fine.
You're to roll Constitution, just don't do it yet.
Can't stand to Shion.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Grimsby. So for hold on, for Lande and Faolin, water.
Col'Tash.
Okay.
Col'Tash wants a glass of cold water. I want a kettle of hot water and a cup.
Gotcha.
Oh, do you brew your own
Yes,
teas
water
now?
will suffice.
I do.
So fascinating.
I'm always collecting herbs wherever I go.
And Faolin, did you want anything?
Just a glass of water.
All right. Well, I'm off then. And they go to the bar to get the drinks.
Dunce Cap, I don't know if that's a good idea.
I'm gonna
sit
go
at
give
the-
her a hand.
Alright. I'm gonna sit at the table, lean back in the chair, and put my feet on the table.
Classy.
I'm so sorry, Sin. So Carina looks up at Grimsby, who she can tell is a very disgruntled man, or at least is currently disgruntled at the time. And she offers him a smile, or at least as much of a smile as a dragon can, and asks, "So, sir, Miss Gwyn told us that you might be able to help us, and I hope that maybe you can elaborate a little bit more on whatever it is she wanted us to do, because it seems like you have a little bit of knowledge on this."
I come up behind, or Col'Tash comes up behind Mila and just over his shoulder says, "Do you need any help with those?" And reference to the drinks.
Thank you. No, sorry. My husband was delivering me food. I have like really nice food now. I
Good
have
husband.
All right,
yes,
hold on.
yes, husband is very good.
Yes, Sin?
I said, hold on, children. Mom and Dad are talking.
Oh no, you're good.
Yeah, we're just
role
In
playing.
amongst the sifts.
Halfling Barbarian, surely you meant a sentient... Elixir just said Halfling Barbarian, surely you meant a sentient cannonball!
One
Yes,
that can
Oh my
yeet itself
God.
across the map. Just
Like, just the strongest, most built legs you've ever seen. They've never skipped leg day, and they just yeet themselves across the valley.
could you imagine a monk, barbarian, halfling?
Oh my god, that would be the best.
Just
death machine.
right, just what the fuck?
Oh my
it's
god.
not-
Chilled Bubbles just said Gnome Barb is best barb.
Yep.
He looks down for a moment, contemplating. Well, I know of your task. Now, I was never much of an adventurer, but my daughter is. She's the one that can help. She went off, going on about some powerful artifacts. I suppose in your current state, he looks around and lowers his voice. Killing a god would be impossible, but apparently there are ways, objects, and places of power scattered across the plane that you will need to give you strength.
Well, I'm already pretty strong, but I guess a little bit of help wouldn't be, I wouldn't say no.
Facts.
And real quick, just going back to what Gilgus had said, she would say yes, and to the help with the drinks, and then come back to the table as he's saying that, just so they don't have to repeat themselves later.
Carina graciously takes the whiskey and basically downs it in a sip.
Whoever decides to drink alcohol, roll your constitution.
Okie dokie.
I
who
stick
else
my
had the
little
water?
bag of herbs into the hot water and wait for it
Oh,
to...
poopy.
Oh god. And wait for it to steep. Super
Drinking alcohol,
strong.
no.
Jesus
I'm
Christ!
good.
That's his save. Oh wait, did I need to roll Constitution or a Constitution save?
Oh, a Constitution save.
Say,
Oh, okay, hold on.
I hand Faolin his water and sit down next to him, just sipping my cold water.
Okay, that's better.
Oh yeah,
We're
that's
both good.
much better.
Mila, you were left with 2 copper coins left over. What do you do with them?
And was that a
I
constitution
was
save for
muted.
just the alcohol?
Yes.
triggers?
Yes,
Yes.
just the alcohol. To
Okay.
see if you get drunk.
I sleight of hand them into my pocket. So like I put down the coins, but like the last 2 coins, she palms them. So it looks like they put down all the coin.
Roll, please.
Yes. I have a +7 on that, so
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Dear
Yeah.
God.
That's impressive.
again when we were talking about it, Mila stole everything for them on the street.
Okay.
Because they didn't have money.
Xander is not surprised as he drinks his ale.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Carina slugs back her drink like the proud, not so Irish dragonborn that she is.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Mila clinks their drink with yours and goes
Congratulations, you have
to
2 more copper.
Nice.
I love that reaction. Okay. Constitution be up there. I'm a functioning high, and I never have broken a bone. I have fibromyalgia, and my strength has gone from being about a
Rogue's gonna
17 to
rogue.
being about a 2.
Rogue's gonna rogue.
All right. Well, what is it that these artifacts are that are going to help us along the way? And I don't actually know exactly what we're doing here. Is there anything you could do to fill me in a bit?
And where did your daughter run off to?
To another plane of existence.
I can
When
Really?
when
He doesn't leave out artifacts.
when Carina says another plane of existence, Col'Tash immediately like tilts his head up at her like, excuse me?
Oh, I was just joking.
Go back to sipping my
Other
water.
people.
Ooh, that sounds so good, happenstance.
I'm from another
Oh.
plane, technically.
Now, what exactly are you? If you don't mind my asking, I just realized that probably came off sounded rather rude. I was just curious.
Are you
I-
a bitch?
I am a Gith. Look. I just in Gith, well, you guys would know this, but I say Moonweaver Y, and it just goes Moonweaver Hith.
Nice.
You talk funny.
I like it. Can I
your
roll
blood,
to see if I know
man.
what Sin? Can I roll to see if I know what a Gith is?
Yes.
That'd be
That
a
would be-
nature?
That would be
Would there be an intelligence?
intelligence, yeah.
Intelligence.
Yeah,
You better roll
intelligence or
fucking
insight,
high.
something like that.
Hi-ya.
I do not.
You
We
have no
do
fucking
not.
clue.
Neither of you do.
You're both.
So,
Not.
telling me that you're a Gith tells me nothing. Oh, and
You
then
said
Grimly
Gith.
speaks up.
It rhymes with fish.
Would I know anything? Would that be an intelligence roll?
Grimsby says, "Oh, I have no idea what they could be. Not my area of expertise. You would have to meet her yourselves. She went south to the city of Rook Bay. I imagine you've heard of it?" Carina looks at him like, "No."
This is gonna be another one of those roll things.
So roll for.
It's pronounced
history,
Jith.
intelligence?
I'm gonna say geography.
That's not a thing, so it would have to be like nature or history.
Really? That used to be a thing in 3.5. Okay, so
This is this is 5e. Some things are a little weird.
I would say
Yeah, I
that
forgot
would
they
fall
took
under.
stuff out.
What are you rolling for? I'm
gonna let Lisa call on this one. What is the roll to see if they know what the hell Rook Bay is?
Oh.
I mean, people who grew up in this world would know. Carina probably is one of the few that wouldn't. Just talking for
I-
common sense.
Yes.
I also wouldn't due to my backstory.
Oh, okay.
Me and Xander would, because that's actually where we call home.
I have a map of it.
Oh, if you have a map, please let me know. I would like it as well. Or
Yeah,
no,
I have
I
a
don't.
map
think-
of the city from my background that I
Oh.
grew up in.
Probably.
So, what
Same.
what is a Rook Bay? Is that where you find Rookadies?
Well, it's
What's
a city.
rickety?
You know, I've
It's
heard it's
what-
this crazy thing called a Pokemon. I have no idea what that is. But it sounds
know.
phenomenal.
Think that you may know it. Roll wisdom.
I know it.
Who's rolling wisdom?
I missed the
I might.
knowledge.
Anyone who
Local
thinks
skill
they
from
might
earlier editions.
know
Yeah,
it.
Sin really likes
What?
3.5.
Wisdom. Oof.
Big no.
Okay.
So big, oof.
Damn.
Nope.
That was a 19, dude. You win that roll.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, that's not my color. Yeah.
Try not to assume based on the rolls. Lisa has
Preset
pre-written
stats.
what things are worth depending on how hard it is to know.
Yeah,
So-
it's,
Yeah.
Basically,
You
can
usually
still
use
roll
history
really
as a
well,
substitute. I
but
mean, that's
not
smart.
have
I
a
guess it's
freaking
DM's
clue.
discretion.
or you could roll really badly, but
But
you
still
don't really
know
know.
in
You
your
don't have
backstory.
that. Yeah, you
Or at
don't need
least
to have
have
that.
a passing familiarity or something.
Mhm.
Like I would imagine as a wanderer, I would At
Yeah, this
least
is really good
potentially know
background
its
music, but it
existence,
is
I'm not
making
gonna
me
assume
sleepy.
that.
I mean, Warlock for hire, looking for monies. I get around.
I mean,
Lisa, would there happen to be any more upbeat ambient sound that we could listen to? The cap.
Party shanty.
She said the capital, its central seaside location, naturally made of a harbor hub of the plains, becoming an economic epicenter of Paven.
Tell the entire group this.
Thank you. That's what I needed to wake me up.
As soon as I hear the city's name, I kind of sigh as I sip my drink.
Suddenly, a sullen-looking man in one end of the room wakes up from a nap and begins playing a flute.
I like this.
Oh, no, this is a jig I could really get down with.
I want to dance.
It's another
Sorry
tabletop
about
art.
that.
I would love to dance, darling!
are we in the middle of trying to figure out what we're doing?
Oh, you know what?
I get
She's
up
got
and
a
I
point.
dance next to the table. Fuck off. I don't say fuck off in character.
Carina kind of looks at Mila and goes, okay.
We can dance in a minute. Don't worry. Once we're picking up your accent now. Good lord. You can dance in a moment. Just give it time. Let's figure out what we're doing first, and then you can dance as much as you want. I promise.
Oh, that would
Let
be
me buy you
grand.
another whiskey.
The other
Lande's
patrons
gonna get
start
up
to
and
come.
dance next to the table.
The tabletop RPG, but they also have some
I
video
can
games.
dance and
Ooh,
listen at
okay,
the same
cool.
time.
Can't play it right now. I got
I
it a while
poke
back
her
thinking
little teal tail as she
I'd play
dances.
it when no one was here, but your sleep schedule tends to have you up when people are sleeping. Oh, gotcha.
But so we've come here to find you, and then now you're sending us to find your daughter back south of Rook Bay. Yes.
That's correct.
By the way, what is her name?
Oh, my daughter? Question mark. Her name is Browin. So, summary. Y'all have been told that you need to hit the Rook Bay and you need to find Browin.
Before that, he had said, yes, sorry about that. I didn't think she would, I don't know. I didn't know this would be happening so soon. I would have been more prepared.
Did we? I don't think many of us knew her until today, actually.
You know, I'll be honest, I didn't even think that there was a god or any gods to be existing in this plane, so I'm a little bit thrown for a loop myself.
But this guy's just like, are you kidding me? What the fuck?
That's everybody's reaction to Carina.
It's been his reaction to you guys the whole time. He is not prepared.
You should just really use that for...
He's looking at Karina going, how?
Dude, Forreston, no, go for it, man.
She is
Like, Shaw, dude.
special. She's unique.
Took a huge stress off me when they
She's
called
unique.
Friday. Family put the house up for market on Tuesday.
But
We've
she's
had
very
quite a few
kind, and
people looking
I
at it so
do
far.
believe
Well,
that
that's really good. I'm
her
so glad that
intentions
you
are
got some good
very
news
well
then.
intentioned. They just give her like a kind of smile, like.
I apologize. I was talking to Chad. I just missed that last thing you said, Momo.
Basically, it's like you're special, you're unique, but you're well intentioned with your intentions.
Gotcha.
Okay, God modding here a little bit. Karina,
Yes, dear.
the fin that sits up by itself is starting to itch.
She reaches up and... On what side? On the top?
Behind the fin.
She reaches up and scratches behind the top fin, and when she does, there's a little piece of her fin that kind of sits forward separate from the rest as she scratches relentlessly at it.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, I just felt a little itch on... God, it's driving me nuts.
Is there something back there?
Nothing in particular. The rest of her fin kind of stands up a little bit to match with the one in front.
Can I make an investigation or a perception check to looking at?
She's not trying to hide
Okay.
anything, so I would say that a low roll would be fine.
Just figuring out which.
You can roll investigation.
Okay.
I take it Karina's probably leaning down to show you what she's itching at.
Hopefully that makes it.
Yeah, Mila, it's plain as day. There's a nasty scar on the back of her head in between the two fins. It looks like she got a nasty conk at one point in time. It's pretty scarred up.
So it's
And
scarred
you can
up.
see why it's itching. It's dry. You can see why it's itching. The scales are dry.
And that's where you can really see her brass color coming out. There's no black tarnish on it.
Well, dear, don't scratch at it. We'll get you something at the apothecary in a little while. Just try to resist it for now.
What's an apothecary?
It's where we get medicine to make you feel better and make you not scratch.
Sounds grand!
But, yes, go. I understand that. Yeah, probably not what you were expecting. So when your goddess spoke to you, trust me, we weren't expecting it either, but we're trying.
Not at all.
Yes, I understand that, sir, but she asked us, and we had a good chat with her, and I believe if anybody could do it, it would probably be... Is Carina dancing right now?
No, she's sitting next to you.
Okay. If anyone could do it, I believe Carina could. I just met them, but they have sincerity in their heart, so...
Carina looks up and is completely confused. She almost looks like she checked out of the conversation.
Again, I'm gonna try to
Carina then looks at Grimsby, who just said, yes, she always seems to know best, and tilts her head. She seems very confused.
She pats they pat Karina's like, oh, I'll fill you in a little while, but the look on Mila's face is just trying to convince them, just trying to be very like they sit a little taller, they hold themselves with a little more of a air to them, just being like, you gotta believe my friend, bitch. Like, they don't say this, but they're just like, they're getting like protective of the group now as a whole.
This posture makes Carina sit up a little bit, kind of proud.
Yes, I take notice of that as well.
Yeah, you would know this because I've done this for you several times.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Oh, that is terrifying.
When the DM rolls a 20, you want to cringe and cry.
Mm-hmm. Not trying to intimidate so much as just...
That or jump for joy because it's a good thing for you.
Yeah.
But we don't know.
Makes y'all feel better? I also don't know.
Col'Tash just sitting there sipping his water, just listening to the conversation.
When Mila
Col'Tash
started.
and Faolin are apparently just watchers.
Yeah,
Maybe not in the future.
listening.
Yeah, are you going to become Surfer Boy? Please
Watching.
become Surfer Boy. Please become Surfer Boy, Faolin.
All right, I see. Don't worry. I always trust in Gwen's judgment.
Yeah, bro, sipping on this water.
Oh my god.
Shaw, this water's like
Shaw,
totally
bro.
tubular.
No wonder you wanted him to be like super tan. Good.
I love it. Forston, please. This is going to be so good.
Oh my god.
I need this.
Forston,
You're a
I forgot,
California
what
boy.
is-
Come on, bring out that
What is your
surfer.
class again?
I'm a ranger.
You gonna snipe some of those sweet, sick waves,
Carina
bruh?
sees Grimsy fiddling with his brooch, and she takes a closer look at it.
I turned to Carina.
This song sounds so much more lively. Why don't you try dancing to this one?
Carina looks at Mila, but I thought I was supposed to be waiting to figure out what was going on.
Well, I think we've gotten to a point where it's good enough for now. We know that we're going to be going to South Rock Bay to find Faolin. But I just want to have a little bit of a chat with the mayor here, if that's okay.
Well, all right. she looks over at Lande, who is probably still dancing, and gets up and grabs her by the wrists and starts, like, blatantly river dancing with her.
Yes.
Both of you roll acrobatics.
Oh, fuck.
Would
Will
it
it
be
be
acrobatics
performance?
and not performance?
Performance.
Not if she's river dancing.
Oh, yeah, fair.
When the two
Yes!
Bitch!
Nice.
All right, well,
Describe this to me, Sin.
both are doing
The
very
best
well.
fucking river dancers you've ever seen.
Karina's
Going
river
back to
dancing
Dr.
is
Snare.
so accurate and on point. Her feet are pounding against the hard wooden floor of this olden tavern, making everybody in the room feel the energy that these two are exuberantly expressing through dance.
This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Between processing disorders and ADHD, I randomly zone out and look like I'm seeing with my eyes open. Yeah, that. Sleeping with my eyes open.
Oh no.
I wrote that into Karina's character because
No,
my
I'm
fibro
delighted.
fog
That
makes
one
it
I have a
really hard for
mouthful
me to
food.
concentrate sometimes.
I do too, don't worry.
So he's
Eating
saying in a
potato.
lower voice, "You there, Mila? Mila, was it? I must ask you something, since you seem to be the only one in this group. Only one of the few in this group with any sense."
Mila's eyes narrow slightly, but they lean forward on the table, speaking out a lower voice, trying again, letting the music overtake them, or trying to help go under the music and just to him. Well, you could say that, but what are you trying to get at, sir? And again, she's deadpan right now. She's not like playing into it, but she's definitely
Seeing the dancing, Duns proceeds to fall asleep.
Not
Curiosity, we can hold.
thrilled with his attitude. Because Mila is a suspicious SOB.
Your dance is incredible to the point where even the other grouchy patrons start to really get into it. They start clapping along. One or two join in. It's getting quite rowdy.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yes, bitch!
Yes. Yes, yes. Throwing my food over my desk.
Don't be afraid to do things in the background, Forston.
And Xander.
Col'Tash puts the water down and starts leaning in
Cold
closer.
knows better.
Cold.
Cold
Xander
notes.
is gonna kind of look at the mayor and say, "We're going to Rock Bay. Do we have transportation or anything? Help get there faster?"
Can we use the pony?
Maybe something I can carry.
I heard the word
Pony.
pony! I like horses! And then Carina continues dancing. Everybody's reaction to Carina is just the best.
It might not be the simple thing to do, but since it seems to be so dangerous, wouldn't it be fun to prove people wrong that we could actually do this? People like yourself, per se. And she's trying to slightly intimidate, just in the point of like, don't fuck with us. Like, your goddess chose us. Don't get all poofy on me.
Just to read out loud for chat, I have to ask, are you sure you all want to do this? I mean, it's hardly a simple thing to do. Then Mila spoke. Transport, eh? I might be able to cook something up for you.
Also, Mila, roll intimidate.
Really hope.
Or maybe I should say persuasion. Is there a persuasion?
Yeah, there is
persuasion.
persuasion.
There's intimidate.
What would you rather have her do?
Which one you want to roll?
Well, since I rolled one, it's up to you. Okay, so persuasion.
When I tried to do the
It
Rasputin
would
dance
be
a
the
while
same.
back?
It'd
Dude,
be a
nice.
7.
That's so hard on the knees.
Either way.
I put my glass of water down and say, killing a god does sound fun.
Okay, not trying to scare him, but you're just more or less trying to be like, don't act all high and mighty on me. Your goddess chose us for some damn reason.
It's because dragons are cute.
They are adorable.
Speak for yourself.
You're adorable.
You are adorable.
Is it? I want to say something, but it would be nab.
Cold knows better.
Mhm.
In hindsight, I can't punish you for stupid shit your character does, and vice versa. So if you say stupid shit, I can't punish your character.
I want to pull out the wheat from walking through her fields.
Jesus Christ, I'm about to fucking put you in AFK. He lets out a large breath. I'm sorry, I just had to be sure.
I understand. It's just I look to the friends on my left and then my
She's
friends to
big
the right
of
dancing.
heart, but dumb of
I don't
ass.
know them. But even I have more faith in them than you seem to right now, and it's a little underwhelming. Your goddess trusts us, so please do the same.
Brother called it Gaslands. Oh, that's so
I
interesting.
noticed him fiddling with the brooch.
That would be perception.
I don't know who we're talking about, but I guess I go along. You adorable. We're talking about
I'm
Sid.
glad that Lisa and I are on the same page on a lot of this.
I figured you guys would be.
Okay.
Well, I'm not a mind reader, so...
No, but you're very good at reading people, even if you can't see them.
Yeah, you notice, Xander.
I ask him, why do you keep messing with that thing? Because again, he's not really religious himself, so...
You notice, in fact, you realize that every time he settles down from his protective nature, the brooch is glowing slightly. This? Oh, it's nothing. Nothing, just a trinket. It means a lot to me.
I am gonna tell Mila and Elvish that it glows every time he messes with it. See if she'll be able to pick up on something that would go over my head.
Didn't I say back in Elvish, didn't fucking Carina's necklace do the same thing?
I'm not really one for magic, so I don't know what any of this does. I'm
About to get high with Otis. Just
chill.
It's glowing before he messes with it.
He's messing.
Okay.
Basically, it's glowing. He's messing with it because it's glowing.
I think it's more of a reminder thing. I think your goddess is trying to tell you something. So just be aware. And she reaches over and like just taps the brooch, and then pulls her hand back.
He is sweating.
Well, this was a lovely chat. I think I'm actually going to join my friends in dancing. Xander, would you care to join me?
Sure. Better than to sit around doing nothing right now.
All right, so
I'm gonna wait before to leave before Lisa says something. So like, so she can.
Proceeds to smoke Snoop Dogg level.
Depending on if Lisa has any more dialogue for you. As far as, I'm not saying that this is ending the session. That's up to you guys. But as far as like the day in which you are in, you're getting to the late evening. You are welcome to stay and explore the inn, or you are welcome to explore the town. And when you guys are ready, then we'll go to the next day.
Thank you.
And he's going to see what he can do for you for transportation.
As I hear him say that, maybe something that can carry more weight. Don't want to go as slow as he did getting here.
Carina hears what sounds like the finalizing of this conversation, and she reaches over, grabs Faolin by his shoulders, drags him out of the chair, and brings him into the dance with her and Lande.
So fucking cute.
Forcibly. Do I roll something for that?
Do I roll something for that?
I think it'd be opposing checks.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
sure
going to be
which ones.
opposing checks. So it's going to be
I would say either strength,
Strength.
maybe?
it's going to be a grapple is what it is.
Yeah, so strength or athletics if it's a grapple.
Oh, big fail! Oh, ow!
Oh no!
Carina was too busy
baby.
dancing. Better roll lower, Forreston.
So I'm rolling strength as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you are.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
Oh shit!
You just beat out the barbarian.
Korean, you went to go move him, and he did not move at all. You were staring at your hands on his shoulders.
Well, as she goes to pull her hands back like she grabbed him, her hands are empty and she stops dancing for a minute and just looks at her empty hands
Use the puppy
and
eyes.
is very upset. She looks at Faolin like, "Do you want to dance with me?"
Faolin agrees to dance with her.
Before moving to the dance floor, Mila will get up and look at the mayor. I very much appreciate that, but like my friend said, maybe something a little heftier. Just something to keep in mind.
I'm gonna step in for Lisa on this one.
We can dance if we want
The
to.
mayor assures you that there are much larger horses in the town.
I would appreciate that. Well, have a good night. Try not to drink too much water. And she leads again, that was with definitely a sassy like and leads Xander onto the floor, leaving him in the dance.
Yeah,
Leaving-
that sounds about right.
Leaving poor Col'Tash the only one at the
Until I'm
table.
level 3.
I'm going to lean into the mayor and ask him very politely, seeing how you're so nice to provide us transportation, are we to pay for room and board by ourselves, or are those also accommodated by such your sweet hospitalities, Mayor?
Roll persuasion.
You're welcome to some tea, Lande shouts from the dance floor.
Oh.
Karina
Yeah,
ropes poor Phelan.
Oh,
Oh, charisma.
Charisma.
I lied. Charisma.
Karina ropes poor Phelan into like a three-way ring around the rosy sort of dance that she's got going with Lande.
Persuasion.
Oh.
Col'Tash.
Persuasion, not charisma? Okay, okay.
Spooky,
I think
scary,
Also-
spooky, scary.
persuasion
How tall
charisma
is
based.
Xander?
Sorry, one more time, Ash?
Persuasion is charisma based. It just determines what your modifier is.
Ooh.
Oh.
Very low. Very, very low.
Wait, you rolled charisma. Roll persuasion.
Oh, she's talking
Click
about
on the word persuasion. It's charisma
Spicy noodles, how you
based, so your
doing?
charisma modifier.
We're doing
is
good, how
what
you
your
doing?
Persuasion
How
is
you
based
been?
off of.
Tell me
Always looking
all
for
about your
ID,
day. Tell me your stories.
persuasion.
It's under it's under
And the-
perception, under nature.
Cole, just a good rule of thumb. All your checks will be in alphabetical order. It took a while
Okay.
for me to realize that. I mean, I'm also just like,
That's perception. My
Derpa
dumb
der.
phone is not here. It is. Boop.
That's better.
That
Oh,
That's
oh no,
cool.
it's not.
it's it's not a 1.
I mean, it's one better.
Yeah.
Mila gets inspiration for that sass TM.
Yes. Thank you.
Not high enough to start dancing. Just, ow, that hurts my shoulders. Technically an improvement. I mean facts.
Oh, I see
I'm
that
just gonna
dance.
put it in personal traits for now. That
Yeah,
I
you do.
have it.
Yeah,
She wants stories from me.
me.
The broken bean
Should be a little
story.
spot for
The broken bean
inspiration.
story was
There
fucking
is.
great.
Okay.
All right, Cole. Believe it or
Right,
not,
I'm
you
drawing
rolled
at the
some
moment. What are you
20
drawing?
because you were rolling with advantage.
Tell me
He
all
was
about
already
it.
planning on paying for your stay.
Woo!
He smiles at you and nods. Of course.
At this inn, sir?
At this
The
inn,
only
it's
inn.
the only one in town.
I would finish my glass, bow to him very politely, and then walk towards a room and claiming one for my own.
Dunscap, you were there for that story. It was when we were playing
All right,
Minecraft,
Cole's
I think.
upstairs for the night.
And I'm going to be going through my book of lore and looking
It was some
intently
time ago.
over my religious artifact of the Moonweaver.
I would love to see it, Spicy. You're in the Discord, right? You can post it in Artist Corner if you want. Karina sees Mila and Xander. The rooms are actually in the cellar. Bartender points the way if you ask. Karina sees that Mila and Xander are walking over to the dance floor, and she ropes them into this dance of circles that she has going on, and it keeps sporadically going between basically a ring around the rosy sort of deal and a full forest river dance, and she's teaching people how to do the dance as they come onto the floor.
Oh God.
Oh, the rooms are actually in the cellar, so the bartender stops you and points down.
I flick a silver to the bartender and ask if he could possibly bring me down a picture of ale later.
He's gonna tell you, yeah.
Cool. I will mark one.
Yeah, so the flute guy is getting tired.
As the flute playing starts to die down into a more somber song, Carina takes a few hefty breaths, realizing that she's been dancing for probably the better part of like 30-40 minutes, and plunks happily in her chair, taking the last little sip that's left at the bottom of her glass. Oh my gracious, that was fantastic!
As soon as she's done with one glass, Mila will come over with one more and one more for herself.
Oh, darling, you didn't need to grab that for me!
It's
Constitution for both of you.
think of it as a gift from the mayor. And she gives Carina a wink.
Carina has no idea what that means, but she smiles broadly and clinks her glass to Mila's and downs the whole thing. Let me make a Constitution save.
I will follow.
Lande just drinks her tea
Constitution
And-
saving throw?
Constitution
Yeah.
save, yeah.
and offers tea to everyone at the table.
Good job, Mila.
You both are holding your liquor rather well.
Carina
I return
sees
to the
that
table
Lande
and
is
accept the
offering her some tea.
that Lande's offering.
What are you gonna say, Force?
I'm just gonna silently accept it.
Are you sure?
Lande
I'm
has
sure.
a cup of tea.
Being mysterious, Mom, come on.
But
You're
I-
awfully quiet.
Yes.
Oh, well, as everything's
Yes.
winding down, I'm just gonna find a spot and start like doing some like punches and kicks just to keep in shape. Making sure I'm away from people.
You can tell people of this small, sleepy town are going to remember this festive night for quite some time.
We did great, Carina.
Oh, we did! We surely did! Everybody was getting up and having a grand old time! Should
Good you learn to
we...
dance like that?
Alright, so
Hold on.
here's where I'm gonna. Sorry, Fox. I don't mean to. I don't mean to grab everybody. So, pretty much, you guys are gonna end up the night, however you want to do that. If you're gonna go retire to your rooms or stay and party all night, this is a good spot for intermission or end, depending on how long people want to go. It's completely up to you.
Yeah, I can keep going.
I'm totally good to go.
Yeah, same.
Lisa, how are you?
Yes.
Yep, I was about to say Lisa's.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
probably the
important
main
part.
point.
For those who don't
Yeah,
know,
that looks
obviously
awesome.
our party does, but
That
for those
style is
in
amazing.
Fox's chat who don't know, Lisa's currently sitting at about 4 o'clock in the morning at her time.
Yes.
Yeah,
She's been excited for this all day, though.
6 in the
Such
morning.
I lied.
Fucking love that.
Oh,
You've got
Jesus.
some mad talent.
I hate
All right,
that
in
our
that case,
times
let's go
are
ahead and do intermission. You guys finish up your nights.
Okay. Yeah.
Mila had just addressed Carina, asking how she learned to dance like that. Carina stops. She scratches the top of her head between her fins again, and her frill kind of stands up a little bit. And she thinks
At this...
real long and
Oh,
hard.
sorry. Continue.
She thinks real long and hard and goes, "You know, I don't rightly know."
Fair. Can I look in my bag to see if I have any like salves? Because I believe that came in my starter kit.
Go
Like,
for
my
it.
backpack.
Which starter pack did you have?
I can't remember. That's the whole thing because I did on Rule D&D Beyond, but I only have
would
the
be
Roll 20 sheet up
absolutely
right now.
honored, Noobles. That is
What-
very,
what's
very
your
sweet
class
of you.
again?
Is there a picture
Rogue.
that you would like me to send to you, or do you have a screenshot that you have in
Yeah,
mind?
I've recently
I
made
would
two
be
rogues to play
100%
two
honored.
different sets. Okay, should roll a 20.
Let's call it a loot check.
Nice. Sure.
So it would have either been a burglar's pack, a dungeoneer's pack, or an explorer's
When you
pack.
dance like that, my head starts to itch in the back.
Let's do this.
Let's
fucking
call it
great.
a loot check. Lisa's got a better idea.
Does that match, Lisa?
What is? So it's just like a straight roll.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
You can tell that from Carina trying to contact the back of her brain that she seems to be having trouble and her eyes are narrowing quite a bit.
Well, just relax. It's okay.
I'm getting a wee bit of a headache.
Oh.
Or
Yeah,
I-
let's not do that.
I always. Oh, I just went real southern. Sorry.
It's okay.
I always carry herbs, and I'm proficient with an herbalism kit.
I think I'll let you do that. And actually, I actually turn to Lande and ask, "Are these any good? Do you know? I like I said, I'm from the city. I don't really understand much about these, but would these help?"
I would
Roll
love to check
wisdom with
them out.
advantage.
Yeah. Okay.
Honey, you can go feed the
Finger
dogs. We're
guns, you
basically
can't
just
see.
role playing right now.
Done this right.
I think it's wisdom.
Jesus Christ.
That one is wisdom.
Ooh.
Actually, it could be
That's a bad
that one could be
roll.
wisdom, nature, or medicine.
Currently, I'm just looking at the herbs she's handing me.
I'm gonna say nature.
Yeah.
You're not familiar with them. Sure, might work.
Uh,
You know what? These are
Road
road
herbs.
herbs.
road herbs.
I mean, I've seen road herbs before.
They might make a very stout, unsavory drink.
I think I might just
You mean
tuck them
stout?
away for now. Maybe dry them. Make a pretty
You mean
decoration out of it.
stout like a porter?
Can I roll a check to see if I have anything that would help?
Because again, that was just them checking out the
Yeah,
herb
I was-
that I picked up.
Okay. I'll do the same. Please be nice to me. Jesus fuck. Wait, I can use my inspiration. Oh, wait, no, I don't have that. No, that's you that has that.
Mila
I
had
read that
that.
wrong. Maybe I'm drunk. Jesus Christ.
Why did you roll a d10?
I was checking
Yeah.
to see if there was something Carina may or may not do.
Oh.
In this
Okay.
case, it was may not.
Yay!
Ooh. There you go. Oh, for some reason I thought that was Lande's role, not Carina's.
Cole posted his holy symbol in the out of character chat.
Okay.
Oh, also I
Uh,
see your D&D cards. Continue. Sorry.
No. I was letting Lisa toy.
Doing a heckin' type.
Ugh, so pretty. We thought the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's heckin' road herbs. Doesn't
Or it could
recognize
just be really, really good
You
mint.
have a small tub.
You
of
have a
sick-
small tub of sticky green.
poultice.
I have this. It should help for a little bit, at least until we can get to a shop and maybe find something better.
Karina takes a sniff of it and her nose curls back. And he goes, well, I guess if you think it'll help.
I do. Herbs don't always smell the best, but they're some of the best medicine.
I'll take it. She
I'll-
leans her head down so that way Lande can get better access.
I take one really fat fucking like finger paw, whatever you call it, toe bean,
Toe beans worth of goo.
and rub the goo on the area that she's been scratching.
Oh, that feels a mite better already.
Trust me, most of the best herbs actually smell awful.
I
This
can
is
imagine.
True. But usually the best herbs for tea always smell wonderful.
Now then, ain't that the truth? Okay, I'm
Hope
undeafened.
everybody's enjoying us so far. If
I am
anybody-
undeafened. I am back.
Okay. Hi.
I assume everybody's going for like a, pee break.
They are, and I'm sitting in my room chugging my ale like right out of the picture and just flipping through my lore book.
We are a bunch of dumb cuties.
DM, this is amazing so far. You don't even know how happy I am.
Lisa, this is awesome, and this is far exceeded my already very high expectations.
There's a rather burly-looking man hunched over his drink. From his stature, you can tell he's worked in the fields his whole life. You can always see if he's up for a wager.
I might be poor. This might go poorly, depending on the role if I go do it.
If you are, don't worry, I got you.
He doesn't really care about money too much. Anyways,
You may not have her.
he
So
sees
as
what
long as
happens
you don't
when
lose it
people
all.
get along. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go walk up to that guy's table. Right? You look pretty strong. Like win a gold or put up a gold in an arm wrestling contest. That's
A gold? Oh, my Lanta.
all I have.
Go ask for
This is
Xander,
Xander,
my
and
dude.
this is
I
Xander.
have 8 intelligence.
Okay, they're gonna stop you and give you some copper instead.
All right.
2 copper. Exact.
I feel a little insulted, but it takes it.
You're not wasting our money. I love you, but I'm gonna punch you.
Won't be the first time,
They're
probably.
literally looking at Xander. No, they never win, but
Oh,
Ooh.
Ooh,
he looks you up and
good
down.
luck.
Go on then, but I only bet for gold.
can I try to persuade him? Oh well, fair enough. He looks weak, anyways. Try like goat him into like
If you whatever you want to do. Well, strength
roll
or
for persuasion.
Persuasion.
Really hope this works.
Oof.
Oh.
Let's see how it goes.
Something tells him
Okay,
to
if
get
Xander
Xander's
ten
fine,
doesn't
he
necessarily mean it's a
doesn't
bad
care
roll.
after Mila does. Or you won't hear the end of that if he loses.
Mm-hmm.
Quick, poison them!
I'll have to say in Elvish, if I lose you get this pickpocketed back.
Yeah. That's true, actually. Fair. But watch me roll really badly for it that time. The lowest I can get technically is an 8.
Yeah. Oh, to be fair, I'll probably get to have some workout at least then.
Oh no.
Alright, I'll stay at the table. Alright. I am stupid.
While we're on this little break, do you guys really want me to change Phelan's voice?
It's totally up to you, dude. Play your character.
Yeah,
Play your
I'm
character.
fine with it.
Play him however you see fit. If you think it fits him and you feel comfortable with it, do it. Like,
So
Rick,
I
like-
think it's hilarious, and it maybe kind of fits the character, but not how I initially envisioned
Okay,
him.
I am
but, like,
back.
I feel like it still kind of fits. So
we'll
I'm
play
not sure.
around with it. The
I
first
want to
couple of
workshop the voice
episodes,
some anyway, but
try it out. If you don't like it, you can always change it. No one's gonna question you here.
There's a
sounds good, bro.
Oh my god!
love it!
Yes!
Also,
Now see, that's a California.
yeah, Prisma,
voice.
I had
Xander's about to arm
I had
wrestle.
Discord as an open one
his
for a while,
only
and then I actually had a
goal.
sub abuse it and let
Again,
in
he doesn't see
somebody.
money as important
I
to
had somebody that
himself.
subbed just so they could let in a troll.
Yeah, because fucking Mila stole everything.
So
for
that's
him.
why it's mods
Yeah.
only now.
Basically. And then he punched people for gold.
Money's a social construct, dude.
Oh,
Alright.
I love it. It's so bad, but I love it.
It's fucking
Wait, so it's
fantastic.
worse than a
We'll roll
hippie?
with it for a little bit and see.
He's
how
supposed to be
it
like a surfer California hippie.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, that makes sense. Fucking elf.
Oh, okay.
I'm not weak. I got a pretty
Oh
okay
shit.
Also, I need to update
I
my
know,
social
you know,
handles.
okay.
Oh,
Whatever.
oh.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Shit happens.
No.
Xander boots him across the table.
And you were worried?
Okay, wait. Okay, what did I miss while I was gone?
Xander is arm wrestling a dude at the bar for a gold.
Of course.
And the guy's pretty cocky too.
Yeah.
Is Xander winning?
Yes, he rolled 21 and the guy rolled a 1.
Oh, he
And
just.
that's the one.
Okay, can I do this? Xander,
But wait, I think
Let Lisa do it.
but it'd be
Right.
so funny.
I know.
I know, but it's her job to decide how bad.
As soon as I hear the bartender say that, it's like put it on the mayor's tab.
His eyes go wide as you bash his arm through the table. Bloody hell! Fine, take it. Jesus. Momo, thank you for redeeming. Hydrate yourself.
And Mila goes, like I said, you looked weak. They just walk away.
How
That's
how
amazing.
loud was that crash at the table? Would I be able to hear it down in the cellar?
Probably.
Oh yeah.
So Col'Tash immediately comes up with an Eldritch Blast in hand, like just holding it like the fuck.
I'm about to
What the
yeet some
fuck?
fuckers.
I didn't say how low was the ceiling. I said
Oh,
Eldritch
sure.
Blast.
I'm just like I'm literally like holding it like there's a silver and blue spark of energy just like swirling around his hand. He's just holding it up like panicked, like what the shit. He's also half drunk at this point.
No, put that away. Put that away. Put that away.
Why are you drunk? You were drinking water.
Because
He went
after you
dead
all
and had
left,
beer.
I flipped the bartender a silver and had him bring me down a whole pitcher of ale.
Oh fuck, dude! Did you fail your Constitution throw?
I didn't get one. I was alone. Nobody asked me to roll.
When you drink, you
I'm
should
pretty
throw
sure
a
whole
Constitution
pitcher
save.
still.
I mean, it's gonna be a fail, but sure.
Even if it's
Is
a
it though?
16, he's gonna still be drunk.
Well, yeah, watch it be like a 20 and you're fine.
Oh shit.
Oh, I
save
just
or
noticed
just straight
that.
throw?
Col'Tash's
picture?
image did not make it into
Who's
Artist
gonna be
Alley.
drunk?
Huh?
Col'Tash's image did not make it into the Artist Alley.
No.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I'm
Pretty
drunk.
Oh yeah, no, you're not only drunk, you're like, well, Lisa can back me up on this if it's true. You're like almost dead. I mean, not quite. That would be a 1.
I'm literally holding up like who is breaking shit?
I'm about to break some knees.
Yeah, after I see it on the bear's nap, I take the gold and walk
You
away.
can barely make it up the stairs. Just crawling like who's
Leaning against the doorway.
Not the
breaking shit?
knees. So after that loud thunk and after Col'Tash comes upstairs, all you hear is a very loud thud as Carina's head hits the table.
Oh, good God.
Like horns first, ram's horn style.
Xander, can you get Carina and I'll get Col'Tash and put them back in their rooms?
Yeah, I sigh as I'm like. "This
Only
isn't
one
easy."
arrow per knee. There's
won't
lads and
order.
lasses.
I
What's
go
the
to
size
Col'Tash.
difference of Xander to Carina?
Xander's taller than me. He's 6'6", and I'm 6'3". But I'm beefier and wider than he is.
I made a mess.
I thought Xander was only 5'6".
I'm 5'10".
Xander,
5'10".
sorry, not... I thought you said Col'Tash. I don't know why.
Yeah, Col'Tash is very slender and lean, but I'm
Oh,
fucking tall. I'm 6'6".
Yeah.
I just realized the shortest person's trying to get the almost tallest person to get back.
Yeah. Who's holding a magical blast in his hand and drunk?
Karina's not passed out or anything. She just walk up and poke her.
But, I'm not
Mila,
gonna fail to go help Mila. It's like, I probably can do this by myself.
What the fuck did I miss?
And she's not drunk or anything, so if anyone wants to go poke her.
mm-hmm.
I will go poke her.
I think we're all back from intermission then?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we're just doing shenanigans at night, and now we're trying to corral people back to their rooms.
Alright.
A
Let me
little
know
lost
when you
because I
get them
didn't
there.
know whose voice was whose for which character yet.
I
It'll take a while.
poke
So the
Karina.
sing-songy voice, I'm sure you can recognize as Momo, which is Mila. Xander is the kind of gruffer.
Fox,
Yes.
pay attention to me.
Sorry, I was talking to Chad.
I know.
What did you say?
Whispering.
What
I
did-
poked you.
Karina very suddenly jerks up. Her entire mob pulled back in a snarl, not realizing who's touching her.
You okay?
Wow. Karina stops for a sec and talks around her teeth as if she can't put her lips down. I'm fine. And she's kind of
I
wobbly.
reach up with a hand on each side of her mouth and rub like a massage to loosen those muscles.
Her jaw unclenches and she slowly just kind of falls into your hands like half asleep. She goes, my head really fucking hurts.
We should probably go lay down.
Yeah,
I was
okay.
gonna-
I will assist Carina to her room.
Good, because you're probably the only bitch who can.
I don't know. Xander over there is strong boy.
Xander's big strong boy, but Xander big tiny boy.
Carry all my
Faolin's
back-
shorter
back
than
in.
Xander. Phelan's shorter than Xander is, by the way.
How tall are you?
If you want, Shawners,
5'8".
the link that I just stuck
I
in
am a
chat, that
foot
is
taller
Ash.
than
That is
all
Lande,
of
who's
you.
playing
So
the
I think
Leonin.
Seeing everything's okay, I just kind of like shake my hand and the Eldritch energy goes away.
I
just
would like to think that when you
brushing
do
it
that,
off.
you knock yourself off balance and fall back down the stairs.
Right, like I go to shake it and my other hand slips and I'm just like, well, fuck down.
You know,
So,
Cole.
do you fall all the way
Uh-huh.
down the stairs?
Hold on. Sin's trying to talk.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
eventually he's gonna make it back down the stairs, but just so you know, in the next scene, when you guys wake up in the morning, you'll have one roll with disadvantage, and I get to call it because you're fucking hungover.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
I am not.
I mean, I chugged an entire.
Yeah,
pitcher
Forson's
of ale
voice is
to
like the
myself,
buttery
so,
smooth
yeah.
one.
I drank
I just
tea
had
all
one
night.
So that's Ash. That's Gilgus.
I just
That's cold.
have a weird thing about drinking in front of people. Get into that
Or
later.
Col'Tash.
Which is always good. No need to spill everything on the first
Nope.
session.
Mila.
You will all drink my tea.
Lande.
Mmm. That sounds.
It's not menacing at all.
That sounds
It'll be
dirty.
like,
Not
I-
that bad.
She's just
Yes,
really
Thea?
proud of her tea, man.
So I assume Lande helps Carina downstairs and they kind of get into a room. Are they double bedded rooms? Like, is there a queen bed per room?
Actually, the beds are made of hay.
All right, well, we each find a bed and we lay in it, and Carina promptly passes the fuck out.
Mila and Xander take a room and just flop on the bed.
I flop into chair, just kind of spawn the floor and let Mila have the bed.
Mila like separates the hay. Don't be a stupid ass. Sleep on the hay.
Alright.
They're hay mattresses. They're stuffed in fabric.
Col'Tash lays face first into the mattress.
All right, Prisma, have a wonderful night. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Two guys sitting 10 feet apart because they're not gay.
You don't know that.
I don't.
We don't know
So
jack shit about these
you
characters
all
yet.
Fall into oblivion for the night.
Good night, kitten.
In the middle of the night, Carina's sleeping against one of the beds against the wall. In the middle of the night, you just hear this massive thud against the wall. And then nothing else for the rest of the night.
Should I revert?
Would that
What?
be perception to know if that wakes me up?
By the way, those of you who are playing elves, they don't sleep; they meditate.
Oh, that's right. So yeah,
Rants.
4 hours and then
Mila
you're
just
good.
like props herself up against a wall and just sits there and just
That's a
Cool.
kind of
great
like
thing about
zones
playing.
out.
Because you and I are so close, Lande, I'm going to go ahead and say yes.
I poke you.
She does not move. But you do see that her head and horns are flat against the wall.
I'm going to leave you because you look comfy.
All right.
All right.
That's
Got some quirks.
my sleepy assessment.
That's
The night
my
comes.
sleepy assessment.
And bright and early, whether you like it or not, you wake to hear the rudest rooster crowing.
What the fuck was that?
Death.
The rudest rooster crowing.
It literally sounded like chicken
Obviously.
dying.
Hearing the heroic sounding rooster, Col'Tash sits up and says, "Demons!"
Carina
Right,
very
Carina.
slowly peels herself out of bed.
Col'Tash, you got a hell of a headache.
Fuck. Who has the tea?
I've
I
got
have
all the tea.
No, you... What?
The hot tea.
God. don't
Piping
do
hot tea.
So I heard Grimsby's actually an alcoholic.
I probably.
That's some hot
Yeah.
tea.
That is definitely the hot tea.
Speaking of Grimsby, when y'all wake up, you eventually stumble outside, and when you do, he's standing with a massive horse in hand and a cart. He informs you that you're welcome to take it, but he expects to have a horseback alive.
a horse back alive or this horse back alive?
Preferably this horse back alive.
I know how it goes.
I would love.
look.
Hold on, I would
Die.
love for Mila to say that in character.
Does
I
the
may-
horse have a name?
Okay, hold on.
You can turn it down, of course, if you like, so he is offering it to you. He also informs you, I'm not going to do his voice right now, so. He's also informing you that there has been a slew of wolf attacks.
Oh
on
yeah,
the
horse
road
with carriage
where
in
you're
hand,
headed.
exactly.
He warns you to be careful.
Wolves are delicious.
So,
Wait, what does he have? Hold on, I didn't hear you.
He's handing you a very large horse with a cart behind it,
Mm-hmm.
and he's warning you that where you're headed to Rook Bay, there's a road that you're heading down. There has been a ton of wolf attacks on the road, and he's telling you, one, be careful, and
Shire
two,
horse.
he better get the horse back alive, or at least to his daughter alive. And Lisa says it's a Shire horse, it's massive.
Oh,
Guys.
so I
y'all
didn't have
ever-
the chance to ask the question.
Have y'all ever had wolf? It's delicious.
I have not.
No.
I can't tell if that's in character if you're actually asking us.
That's
Yeah.
in character.
Oh,
It's in character. I
okay.
know. I've got to develop a
Okay.
voice.
I-
It's hard.
Well, you
I
know,
wouldn't
I
have put-
can't
put
say
it
that I
past you.
have, but it sounds mighty tasty.
It is.
Xander's
I
just gonna look
lean-
at. Go ahead.
Go, no, you first.
Xander's gonna look at Mila when she says that because he doesn't know.
I don't believe so. No. I do have to ask. So, is it specifically this horse or just a horse alive?
I lean into Lande and I was like, "Do you
I'm
have any
letting,
more
I'm
tea?"
letting Lisa answer that one.
Ash.
Ash, ash, titties, titties, ash and
Yes.
titties.
What?
I said I lean into Lande and ask if she has any more tea.
This one, please, please.
I
It's too
would-
early for this.
Before we stepped outside, I would have gotten another kettle of hot water and made some tea, and I will hand Col'Tash a cup.
And I sip it slowly.
Carina takes the reins from Grimsby and nods gratefully at him. Well, we really appreciate the help there, sir. She takes a bit of a look around across the street, just taking in the sights in the early morning sun, and she sees a shop across the street.
That's a thing. Also, cold, roll of 1d10. Just no modifiers, just d10.
Boop, 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 to see if I upchuck it.
Nice.
The tea makes you feel slightly better. Your head still hurts though.
Yay!
Yeah, the power of tea.
This
Yeah.
this taste of road herbs.
Oh, I haven't made that tea yet. It's not the road herb tea.
It was a joke.
Well, Carina, when she makes notice of the shop, she gives a bit of a head bow to the mayor and then turns to the rest of the party. Well, do you guys think we should make a quick stop at the shop across the street there in order to pick up a couple of provisions for the way?
That sounds good. We might even be.
Yeah, dude, let's go.
Yeah, dude, let's
The
go.
horse-
That
you
sounds
take the lead with
Mila
the cart
just
and goes
looks
at you.
at Faolin like, what?
Carina chimes, you know, I love the vernacular. Where'd you get that from?
It's just the way we talk, back in Hot Dogiston.
Hot Dogiston sounds like a mighty fine place. I'd love to visit someday.
I forgot
It's
the name
very
of
far
this
away,
hot
but,
dog
you know.
is in.
I love it. All right, so Carina leads the horse and cart over across the street and basically parks it and waits for everybody as she holds the door open to the shop. I don't know how big the shop is. This should be interesting.
You're amazed at the fact that the horse doesn't seem to want to wander off. It stays with the cart.
I hitched it.
You didn't
Not
have
big
to.
speed.
All right, so y'all are heading in the shop except for Xander.
Yeah. If the shop's big enough.
You might as well.
That's up to Lisa.
Oh, I did not mean to turn that up.
They left with a cart and an ox. They came back with a different ox.
I'm stuffing my face full of
Oh
pizza,
my
but yes, I
God.
would love to.
All right, well, Carina opens the door and politely waves you guys inside, and we go to see what provisions they might have. Your Bixby won't talk to you? Oh no. Well, you have to set it up first in order to get it to work.
It's a bit of a squeeze, but you can all fit.
Carina takes a look around, particularly looking at the weapons to see what they have in stock.
That's right. What weapons do I have?
I got my fist. That are my weapons.
I am actually going to go up to the counter. There's one.
There is one.
And sorry, I saw Lisa writing, and so my quest at that point will be a health potion, even if of like a smaller degree.
There are no weapons, apparently. The shelves are stocked with food, farming goods, tools, rakes, and hoes.
Carina kind of goes, huh, and then looks around to see what foods that she might want to pick up.
That's actually something I wanted to ask, because I know DMs handle it differently. How do you handle food?
Lisa can
Pick up 3
overdo me on
hoes.
this one, but we're gonna basically at the end of the day or between days, if you guys haven't stopped to eat something, just assume that you're eating your rations. If for some reason you're not, like if you don't have rations or you haven't stopped for food, I'll make a mention that you're feeling extremely weak and you may take a disadvantage on something if you're not eating or sleeping properly. Yeah.
What's sunset?
You can also choose to eat if you're trying to get back a minuscule amount of health, or if, let's say, like the tea did for cold. If you're having a problem with something, a headache, or you've got a wound, or even if you're just tired, food or drink may or may not give you something back. I'll prompt you on it.
Okay. That sounds like that's a good way of handling it, I feel. I just, because I know everybody handles it differently, and I never actually asked.
I know a lot of DMs will actually tell you, hey, you went through half a ration's worth of food or whatever. Sometimes I'll mention that, hey, you guys are stopping at an inn to get something to eat, specifically. But just keeping track. Like I said, with rations, keep track of what you're eating. 1 ration should last you a day's worth of food.
Yeah, I got.
So depending on how often you stop to eat. Go ahead.
That's I got 10 days worth because of my pack I took.
Yeah, exactly. So they're mentioned in days, not meals.
I've only got 5.
So just assume that you're eating a half a ration a day. I'm not going to say you eat 3 times a day. You guys are travelers. You're probably going to be lucky if you eat once a day. But, so, yeah, I'll just let you guys go ahead and track that. And then, of course, like Carina did with the shop, if you need to stock up on something, you can look for shops. Just keep your inventory in mind. So just assume you're going through a ration a day, unless, if you don't, like if you're out or whatever, let me know. Or I'll ask from periodic time to time. And they're going to affect your overall I don't want to say well-being, your overall wellness.
Not eating gives you exhaustion, like different stages, I believe.
A ration a day keeps the dysentery away.
Depending on where you got the ration.
I would
so
like
go ahead and look
to.
around, Carina.
I would like to pick up 5 more rations. There's a portly middle-aged woman behind the counter, seemingly shocked at the strange crowd in her shop. Oh, hello, is there some way I can assist you?
I need rations. I have none.
I think we're all looking for a little bit of rations, and don't suppose you sell health potions here, do you?
You know, I've heard of this fancy thing called ibuprofen. I'm thinking it might be good for headaches, but I don't know if that's sold here.
We have to go to ye old Walmart for that.
The freaking.
I see. Well, I'm not too well versed in alchemy, but I do dabble. I can't guarantee they'll be of any use.
If you don't, do you know
From the Adventure Zone, gotcha.
I know it's a smaller town, but do you know if the Church of Gwyn sells any? I know some churches and temples sell those types of things.
What items are you asking for, Mila? I'm sorry.
Health potions.
Health potions, gotcha.
Anything health.
Here, but I'm assuming she's willing to sell you potions that may or may not be random effects.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I was like, I'm worried about getting,
I love it.
something, and then I turn into a bug for 24 hours or something. Not that you guys would do that, but it's still a worry.
Oh, I would do that.
Yeah, I
Probably more.
But would Lisa let you do that?
Yes.
Exactly.
That would be the question.
Only if it's
As
a
long
bumblebee.
as it doesn't kill you.
It'll make
Yet.
younger.
Keep in mind, I'm not always the devil on your shoulder. Lisa can be worse than I am.
Facts.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Lisa's sideways smile with the space between the colon parentheses is terrifying for a reason. They do offer healing services, though I see you aren't injured. There is a wise woman, a sage of sorts, but I'm afraid she's on holiday at the moment.
That's fair. I appreciate your help, but then I think we might just be looking for some rations unless anybody else has something different.
You guys can also buy random foodstuffs. Keep in mind they'll spoil eventually.
Also, I'm wondering, as I look around at the farming tools, is there a scythe on the wall?
There are various breads and cheeses. There are sides, yes.
I actually picked one up off the wall. Would this be considered a finesse weapon?
I would think so.
I don't think so either.
We'll Google it.
Sorry. Or would it be considered a simple weapon?
That would be out of character.
Yeah, I'd be out of character because they just know these things work for me.
Sure.
Nice. Then she goes up and goes to buy it. How much is this?
It's a simple melee weapon. And it is considered slashing. It is heavy and two-handed.
No, see, I thought it was a bludgeoning weapon. If you use it right, it could be.
True.
Depends how dull it is.
Two copper pieces, you don't say. Like, they just have this shit-eating grin on their face, and they hand the lady 2 copper pieces.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Carina grabs what would end up being about 5 rations worth of bread and places it on the counter. I'd like to purchase your finest wheat breads. She seems way too happy.
Yeah.
Scythes used to reap wheat and road herbs.
Road herbs is
Oh,
gonna be
God.
our thing.
Leave it alone.
I need an emote that's just a piece of wheat and it says road herbs next to it.
I was about to say, we need a doodle of this now.
Leave my wheat.
All right, sounds grand. Thank you very much, miss. And she hands the lady 5 copper pieces and takes the 5 rations with her.
Would you happen to have any just simple rations? Something that could keep a while if we're traveling for a distance.
All they have are breads and cheese.
I'm asking if she has anything.
She told us already.
Doodle
all they have are
requested.
breads and
Oh,
cheeses.
hell.
That's what I'm telling you.
I got a
Very
doodle
cheap
request for
bread.
road herbs.
Look, there could
Last
be
one,
like a
Kindle.
specific kind of bread that does not age as much.
All right, let's see how this
Asking.
goes.
Yeah.
Bitch, let me choose.
That's funny as hell.
Xander's waiting in the car. He's just gonna start whistling. Just a random tune.
Mila, at that point, Mila comes out and tips the side, just like tapping the very tip of it on his shoulder very gently, just to kind of freak him out. I've come for your mortal soul.
Jerky sounds lovely. If you could look for me, I would really appreciate it.
Xander sees this diet and kind of looks at it like, fuck first before he realizes what's going on.
Sorry. I caught like half of that because my internet's being crappy. What was that?
He just looks at the side of the computer. He's like, what the fuck? He doesn't even know you have that.
Do you like it? I just bought it. I think it's very suitable. Like the actual arc of the side maybe comes just to the top of her, like it goes above her head. The thing is bigger than she is.
She also seems excited that she actually bought it.
What was that?
She also seems excited that she actually bought it.
Yes.
Yeah, with money that wasn't hers.
Turn into a Grim Reaper.
I mean, because essentially that's who our god is.
I mean.
Mm-hmm. And I do. Yeah, have you seen me? I mean, I have.
Which are actually trying to be like decent with
I'm
this.
Trixie.
Trickster?
Yeah, arcane trickster. There you go.
So is anybody else's notepad like full?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't have one.
It's just because I write really big.
I'm on my second page stuff, so.
Yeah. I was gonna take notes, but it's like my handwriting's crap. I'm gonna play other people.
Don't forget, guys. You can also go back and get a log of the chat. That's a thing for Roll20.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Road herbs.
A lot of it is. Yeah. I mean, a lot of it is, but nice. Ooh. Road her.
I hope I get some jerky.
See, I wish I had proficiency in the herbal kit because I wanted to try it.
Road
See if
herbs.
Lisa would let me.
I will take every single one that you have.
That'll cost you 5 platinum.
How do you spell scythe? There you are.
SCYTHE.
Apparently, there are no scythes in the compendium on here. I would just look it up online.
Yeah, I looked up it. Wickedy. They're
simple slashing damage, melee.
They are two-handed, which means you can't use your hand for anything else. You have to have both hands or you take a disadvantage.
Oh, I'm used to that.
This weapon is inspired by common farming implements used
So
to cut lots of grown hay.
1 gold and 1 silver and 4 copper. Wow, math.
Yeah.
I give her 2 silver.
You have silver?
I have a fuck ton of money.
I have 1 gold.
He came from a richer background.
Because like I only have like 1 gold and 5 copper.
Yeah,
Well,
I've
I
got
also-
2 gold.
In my pouch, my components pouch, it gave me like 6 gold. Yeah.
I can
But
now
again,
turn on
we
the
left off
Tacoma
the
camera.
street, so our money makes sense.
I take money from people by breaking them through tables, apparently.
That sounds about right.
I'm actually kind of surprised that you two don't pool your money, but we'll see how that works.
We're kind of doing that, honestly. I feel.
Kind of.
Could-
Xander doesn't carry much on, but if he does get a law, you'll probably hand it to. He'll have more than anything.
7 pieces of jerky.
For all the hoes.
I do have a question. You said there was a
Right.
stage on holiday. Do you happen to know her name?
Go to bed. Go to bed.
Sorry, Lisa, I didn't mean to laugh.
There we go. I know.
Mildred. Mildred.
Interesting.
Mad Mildred. Now that sounds like a
How-
fun person to be around.
How far is it from here to Rook Bay?
Would Xander and Mila know that?
That would
I was
require no
outside.
I was asking the lady, but if y'all know the answer, that's cool.
Oh,
I
because
mean,
we
does-
live there.
Yeah, just it doesn't matter who answers me. I just need to know.
Oh shit.
So I would know it is X amount of miles away.
I need to know in days.
Yeah, that's. I don't know either at the moment.
I know.
Out
but
of
it's like-
character.
No, I know.
All I know is I'm very happily putting my jerky into my bag, just like hee.
Oh. Okay.
That's not bad at all.
No. Is Rook Bay a bigger city than this?
Sorry, just testing some
Right, it's
overlay
the
stuff,
capital
making sure
city
that
of this
TCAM
area.
works on the scene.
Right. Okay. Okay, that's all I needed.
That's not that much of a journey at all. We'll be getting there in no time flat.
So we must well get started now that we've had our we've stocked up on things and gotten some goodies.
Agreed.
Y'all paid up?
Yep.
On the horse then.
I've been whistling in the cart.
Karina exits
the
the
horse's
shop
name?
first and makes her way out to the cart. She walks up to the horse and gives it a gentle pat on the nose, also checking to see if it might have a tag on the saddle to denote a name.
The woman thanks you for your patronage and on the way out.
Yeah, Forreston's got such a nice voice.
Lande crawls into the cart and curls up in a ball in the hay.
See Mila in the back, starting to shine their scythe.
That's a big ass weapon.
I know. I'm so happy.
Is there a name, like, embroidered on the saddle or anything for the horse? Since Cold keeps asking.
I want to know.
I wanna know.
Don't give it a name.
Can you
because you're gonna-
show me?
That's why I want to name it, because if it dies, it'll hurt more.
You're so masochistic.
You are a true RPer.
Yes.
If it has a name, it's a pet. If it doesn't have a name, it's dinner.
Oh, so that makes you my pet then.
Well, that would make you my pet too.
Agreed. Pet pets.
Oh, there was a name, but it's been all scratched out.
Can I roll to see if I can make it out?
Col'Tash would like to assist.
Sure. Performance or not? Sorry, perception.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 14.
It's not bad.
Not
That's
bad.
not terrible.
Just a heads up, my head is.
Sounds like
a
chamomile
little
and black
fuzzy
tea in a
now.
cup sitting at the window during a sun shower. Oh my god. Elixabeth just said that Forreston's voice sounds like chamomile and black tea in a cup sitting on the window seat during a sun shower.
Yeah.
Or shucks.
Aw.
Okay, I went to go explain to Mom what Momo said about my voice. I couldn't remember anything with the whiskey.
Oh.
And then Momo told me again, and then I forgot. I'm terrible. And now I can't remember. Mine was something about like apple cider and hot pop rocks and campfire.
Yes.
You rub a bracer over the tag to try to clean it, but it's completely ruined. Well,
Aw.
I guess we'll
Ooh, feels
call
bad, man.
you Charmin.
Hmm.
And I don't mean like the toilet paper.
This is where went first, but I'm like, no.
I meant like charming, but because
Charming,
she's
like, it's
Irish.
very charming.
Your name's Charmin. Carina looks at Col'Tash. What would you have named her?
Maple?
What color is she? Why are we this focused on the horse?
Because it's a horse. We have to look. The bears
We have
legs.
to get
Come on.
attached to it.
Charming.
This is the NPC that we're dragging with us. This is the obligatory NPC that is unwilling to go with us, but is getting a name and is being a part of the party anyway.
Keep alive.
And we'll die swiftly because we're bad pet owners.
I have an important question. 1, is there hay and or feed in the cart for the horse?
There is hay in
True.
the cart.
It is a hay cart. Yes.
Okay, cool. Alright,
It's
that's where we
literally
go.
in a half
Also,
distance.
horses
So.
eat grass.
Yes, look, my brain's gonna be like, feed the freaking horse.
Carina turns to Col'Tash. I hope that you don't mind me asking this, but I'd like maybe we can spare a little extra coin at the next stop to make sure that the horse gets well fed. I don't know if the hay is going to last him very long.
Give me a second. I go back into the shop and ask her if she has any apples.
Hasn't he what?
Apples.
It's a gray dappled coat with a black mane and matching socks.
I would name it Spot then.
I
Or speckles.
legitimately just pictured the horse with a dappled actual like coat on with socks.
That's
Like,
great.
wool socks.
I feel like this entire party has ADHD brain and we've hyper fixated on this freaking horse.
100%.
I want to keep it alive. I'm sorry.
I swear, even people without ADHD, as soon as they get into D&D, they hyperfixate on things so much. Like, Critical Role, it was a fucking
You've got a point,
chair
Shawners.
Yep.
in the middle of a room. It was
Apples?
just
Oh
a
yes, just
chair.
over here. I could offer them for a copper.
Deal.
Shawners says so long as we let the horse feed themselves for 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the evening, we should be fine.
I'm still getting at apples.
Nice.
All right,
fact,
all right.
The number one killer of horses in America are apples.
Also, Sean actually lived on a farm for a while,
Oh, nice.
right? Do you have horses there, Sean? I can't remember if it was just horses or if it was just other animals.
So Carina, as Col'Tash comes out of the shop, Carina grabs him by both of his arms, her hands gripping around the entirety of his tiny bits, and puts him in the cart. And then...
Carina, careful with people, please.
But it's just so much easier.
Yes, but
Wait,
you have to
who
let
did
them.
you grab again?
Me.
Col'Tash.
Oh, okay.
And then
The
she
six-
grabs
with the
Faolin, gingerly, in bridal style, and gently places him in the cart.
Who's...
You just got whisked off.
I was
your
gonna
feet
say
by a
that Phelan
dragon.
would probably what is it called, like direct the horse, you know?
There's still no seat. You have to get in the
Taken.
cart.
So what is the horse just gonna go on its own?
Unless you want to ride it.
Yeah, I'd like ride it.
How many
Yeah,
can I
direct
get
us
for
in.
a silver?
That's what I was thinking, but
All right, then. She then grabs him bridal
Well,
style and puts him on the horse princess style.
Cool, deal. 10 apples, silver. Done.
Yeah, so
Now,
Shawners
fast
did the
forward
work. It's
super fast
14
to the
days on
cart scene.
horseback in the backcountry traveling and keeping them fed. Was a big kind of
Yes.
deal. Apples are important. They convince the horse to come back. Smart.
May I might suggest, because I do actually still want to talk about the game after stream. Maybe wrapping it up in a little bit.
Once you're all ready, Grimsby is sort of hovering around, watching you prepare to leave. He looks sheepish for a moment, holding his hat in his hands. One more thing. I know I'm in no position to ask, but I have a favor to ask of you.
Oh?
I want to ask you first. Has your goddess spoken to you about being a little more trusting yet? This was a lot more gentle than last night.
Perhaps.
Well, ask, and they can decide. And I leave it to the group at this point.
Carina walks up to him and takes his hand gently. Of course, sir. If there is the smallest chance you can finish this without killing them, please take it, please.
Oh.
He took off his hat. Now he looks sad! Also, he's kind of balding and I love it.
I love it. like Mila may be an asshole, but I love him.
Pardon me, sir. Do you mean not killing the one who's corrupting and causing all this in the first place?
Carina gives a side glance at Col'Tash and then looks back to the mayor. We will do all that we can, sir.
Mila just nods and gets into the cart, letting the group take care of this part.
Yeah, pretty much. Xander has nothing to say.
Of course, sir.
Until we leave.
I put an apple on Lande's head.
Landon in cold
Lande.
trash.
Lande. I'm sorry.
Lande.
Landon.
It's Lande.
Lande. I put an apple on the kitty's head.
Meow.
Meow.
Alright. Carina
Lande
offers...
eats the apple.
Yay.
Carina offers the mayor a gentle smile and then climbs up into the cart herself. Lande! The way you spelled it, Momo, in the out of character chat is so good.
Oh, that's how I remembered it instead of Lande.
I literally...
Lande.
I said that and realized I was muted. I said Lande's best day.
Also, look at that pony. How do you not want to keep that pony alive?
I want to keep it alive. In D&D, it's just not normal for them to stay alive.
Look.
There's a difference.
Cold.
Alright.
No.
Is everybody in the cart?
I
I'm
am.
gonna say yes.
Everybody's in the cart now. Carina, make sure everybody's in the cart, gets in the cart, and then go.
As we're leaving, I shout out, sorry about the table.
Bartender peers out of the door, shaking his fist.
All right, you're on your way. We're gonna fast forward a little bit on your travels.
Just real quick, how's everyone still feeling?
I'm good. I don't know about everybody else, though.
My tush is hurting just a wee bit.
What? You faintly hear as you roll off. I'm fine, but I feel like this would be a good place to end if everyone agrees.
Oh, he's being nice to you.
All right, well, I will go ahead and give a quick thank you to everybody who is a part of the campaign. This was absolutely amazing. And a big thank you to Lisa for putting all of this together, and a big thank you to Sin for helping mitigate between everything. This has been so much fun.
Freaking awesome.
Yeah, boy.
It's amazing. It's been so fun.
Definitely the best campaign I have been a part of thus far. And we're only one session in. I'm very excited to see where this goes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and deafen in Discord, and I will be back to chit-chat at you guys in a sec.
Yep.
Much love, guys. Ash, are you going to be doing anything after this?
Thank you for coming, Sean.
Appreciate that. For everybody that came by tonight, I had an absolute blast. Thank you so much for all being here. It was so much fun. I'm actually really hyped that this went so well. Like, I'm really hyped that this went so well. I had a feeling it would go well regardless. We've got a good group of people coming together for this, and we've got a really awesome storyteller and DM, and we've got a really awesome, we've just got a whole bunch of really awesome people. I don't know how many times I can say that. Check out if you want to keep up with what's going to be going on in D&D in the future. Please feel free to check out that Discord link. There's also a couple of other links you can check out down there, like Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Discord will keep you up to date on all the happenings that will be happening here for D&D. If there's anything new, if we have to skip a session, whatever. But we will be streaming D&D every Saturday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, usually until about 11:30 midnight. So apply that to your time zone as you will. Thank you guys so much for coming around tonight. I really do appreciate it. I hope you all had just as much fun as we did. And other than that, you all take luck and care. And have a wonderful night.